so good.
I don't know how good this is gonna be, but we're live. You ready, Val? I'm not ready.
Yeah, not neither, but we
I'm just
have
gonna
to.
I'm just gonna keep petting Cinder. That's what I'll do. I'll just keep petting Cinder.
Yes, that's a good idea.
To play the game, we can just
One way.
pet the cat. That's what Copycat's about. Petting Cinder. Yeah, that's it. No, no.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a cat, so we are there.
That's true. All right, so the ads are in 56 seconds. If you're already joined in, they'll be over in 3 minutes. And then
Yeah,
we have
um,
uninterrupted. I usually say fun. I don't know. I
this
don't know.
time is trauma.
I don't want
An
to say it
uninterrupted
that way,
trauma.
but we kind of have to, right? I gotta
Yeah.
stop petting Cinder and actually play the game. Cinder's like, Mom, why
Uh,
are you distraught? You don't know. You have no idea. Okay, I don't remember. Is there like a journal or something? What are we supposed to be doing? I don't remember.
technically, we just move away from the car, if
Okay,
I
we just moved
remember
away.
well.
Yeah, we moved
And
away from the car, and it reset us on the sidewalk. I don't remember what it said we had to do. It's only been a few weeks, but this place looks so different. I guess we're going this way.
yeah, if you,
Smell. Yeah.
you forgot to stream to the game, so what you need to own the line.
Let's do that. Let's do that. I'm so discombobulated. This game is just so. Okay, share my
Yeah,
screen.
we are so distraught without even starting that we forgot everything.
I didn't forget it. That's something. He, he's happy on cat game. Check.
Okay.
Okay, only been a few weeks. The
Hmm.
place looks so different. Oh, that's right. We found out he sold the house.
Oh, and the people bought the house, maybe.
New
New
car,
car.
Karen, nice.
So,
Oh, I can't.
oh
Oh, look,
no, there is
I
a
can't.
visible wall.
Just go to the car.
No, I think you have to go forward because there are invisible walls,
Yeah, let's say forward.
so they need to go forward.
Oh, we're the other house has the hedge
Oh,
been trimmed. Like we
oh, I think
left
the
off
cat is
last week.
down. She's doing like a tour of the neighborhood.
Yeah, we're starting out where we were last week. That's what's going on. Where we find out it's an auction. So we must not have hit a
Ah,
save
yeah,
point.
the house was an auction.
2 bedroom, 1 bathroom, 1 car garage, up for auction, which means she didn't pay her bills. Which we know that we saw the pile of bills.
The Wildcat's heart drops. That's not fair! What the hell, Olive? What will you do now, Dawn? She's gone. Olive's gone.
We can't get a revenge on Olive because Olive has moved.
Mm.
Strong enough, not strong enough to be a wildcat, not street smart enough to be a stray cat, not lovable enough to be a pet.
Oh no, we have to receive the scene. Please no. Please no.
This is safe. What am I? Oh,
No. Oh my God, no.
this
Why are
was
you
the last
sitting there?
save point.
Oh
No, 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 no. We can't fast forward it.
no. I can't.
What are you doing, Dawn? Get out of the way.
We're something bad.
The road, Dawn? Watch the road!
Just joining in. It's not what it looks like. Hi, hon. Yeah, trauma.
Girl,
How's
we're
work?
something bad. We're something.
This is good. This is where we get to see all the happy memories the cat has. The cat does not die.
Yeah, yeah.
Val, I'm hearing myself through your microphone.
Oh. Okay, wait.
I don't know why. But yeah, see,
Okay,
now we're
I
getting.
will change.
There,
You
there.
hear me
Let's
well?
cut onto computer. This
Okay,
is the
I
last
know it looks like they're bad memories, but the cat lives.
They
I promise.
happen.
I promise. The cat lives. Oh, where's the next one to go to? Over here. Okay, we'll go over here.
Jeez. I agree with Rob. This is drama.
Please, Daddy.
It's full
Oh, honey,
blown
I'm
drama.
sorry. We can't afford to feed a cat.
Fuck them.
The next one to go to over that way.
Yeah, to the other side of the car.
Yeah, we're just gonna go through these memories as fast as we can, because
Yeah.
and we'll get to where we left off last time. I promise.
Yes.
Yeah, traumatizing dog.
Don't worry,
Mm-hmm.
Milo will warm up to the cat soon enough.
Not always, you know.
Time they do though.
It's actually difficult to warm up to other animals.
She's a cat.
It's
How
on
do you
how
expect
you
to take
do
care
it
of her?
and what
You can
cat.
hardly
I've
take care of yourself.
thankfully, knock on wood, I've always
She's
been
my family.
successful in
And I
introducing.
love her.
Home is not certain, nor a guarantee, right, or entitlement.
Mm.
Home can be destroyed at any moment, and new roots must be laid. Home is not about things, places, or people. It's not about where you sleep, or used to sleep. It's none of that. Home is the place where you are needed most.
I do love that saying.
Yeah,
I do love that.
it's actually true.
That's why I like it.
Jeez. Eh?
What's this?
Mhm.
Hey, what are you doing on the road, little guy? Your human needs.
But did you stay?
Go home.
I should leave.
Leave, okay. Take the cat.
Take the key. It's not, don't get out of the car and tell it it shouldn't be there and leave again. What person? Oh my God.
Jeez.
Even if Olive can't keep me, I'm still Olive's pet.
No.
Even if she can't be my owner.
Well said, Dawn. Well said.
Okay, so we need to find Olive. Do we have to go to her room, maybe?
Pull yourself together, Dawn. Let's keep looking.
Oh, maybe we have to go to her room again. We have to
We're looking
climb
for
the house.
clues, but we have to find a way in.
No, you have to go to the side of the house because
Okay.
maybe you have to go to Olive's room.
We're looking for clues, but I gotta figure out how to get in. Ah, they fixed the hole. I just don't know how to get
No,
in. How to get to her room if we can't get in the house?
maybe we have to go around the neighborhood and find the clues.
By the house. I'm thinking there's gotta be a reason why we're by the house. But
Oh, try and climb to the window. Yeah, the queue. Oh, yeah, look in the house.
empty boxes.
Mm.
How about this one? More empty boxes?
Yeah.
Where she's going.
Mm.
I'll try this window. I'm just gonna keep trying the windows.
Yes, if you go around the house, there is not a way, or only that hole to go up. There is. Oh, it's open.
Wait, that one was open? Oh, it was.
This one is open. Look at that. The window is open.
Back up.
Uh,
Corey just scared the crap out of me. I got
Oh no.
two multiple times. Good morning. Okay, so this is
Good
either
morning.
Booger. We're still finishing up the holiday patch. We're not New Year yet. Booger, Juicy Pear, Toothpaste, or Berry Blue. Let's see how bad these are.
Hmm. Let's hope good.
Toothpaste covers up everything bad, so we're good. Thank you,
Okay.
Corey. Yeah, it's a window. It looks like we should be able to get in it, but you know what I can't do?
You can't. It seems like.
Nope. I'm gonna go in the backyard.
Hmm.
Oh wait, we can climb the chain effects and get in the backyard. There's
That's another way.
two boxes.
Okay.
Two boxes. Okay. Let's see if
Mhm.
can I climb this?
There is not. No. But can you go on the windows and then jump on the fence?
I'll try. You woke up 7:45, and so I just was ready to get up. It's now 8:10, but you're here. I told you didn't have to. Besides, you don't always have to get up. You can just use your phone. Oop. Okay, not there.
Yeah. It's actually easy to use Twitch on the phone.
You just go on your phone and never get out of bed. It's easy.
Yeah. Under the covers, which is warm.
I'm up here.
Good, good.
I'm up here.
Yeah.
Yep.
No,
Back
because
to,
before you jumped on a fence on the
Yeah.
other side, and I say like maybe you can jump over that one too.
I'm going to
Seems
go.
like
I'm going to try
no.
this window again because it is open.
Yeah, maybe you needed. Oh, you needed to click.
I had to click it. I couldn't jump up there. I
Yeah,
went ahead of the game. Okay.
yeah. The game said, or you do it like we need, what like we want to, or you don't,
Move the cat cam
or
over.
you don't enter.
I got woke
Okay.
up by Cinder and a hairball. And then I went back to sleep. And then Cinder went back to sleep on Rob. And, well, Rob had 4 minutes to get ready for work, long story short. But he made it to work on time.
Look at it. Wasn't it dawn?
The
Like
wildcat
dark
is
outside?
concerned. Where are you, Olive?
Not anymore.
Seriously, let us know. We've had a tough few
Few
days.
days. Okay, so we got to look around at all the boxes and try to see if any of them have a label or something to read or show us.
Hmm.
I'm gonna try. Let's take.
Oh, there is a lot.
Cupboard.
A lot.
Cupboard.
Yeah.
I did Q.
Nothing.
Nothing. So there's no
Okay.
cat food. There it goes.
No. Okay.
Well, Olive, you've been robbed. Yeah, there's no cat food. All right, I'm gonna check where she used to paint, see if there's anything there.
Yeah. Oh.
And then we'll go up and check her room.
Yes.
That's
what I was going to advise. Oh, there is a writing on the wall behind you. There was a writing. Oh, there was, but okay. If
I just scared away.
no,
Oh, it's a bird. I gotta do it. I don't see writing.
no, there was.
I don't see writing. What writing did you see? There's nothing here.
No, I saw.
Oh, there it is.
Oh,
Looks like the art has been packed away. Okay.
Okay, I'm not seeing things.
You're not seeing things? I just didn't see it. All right. Well, I'll go upstairs where the bills were. Maybe they left a bill behind.
Yeah.
Can cats read bill? Well, we'll find out.
I think not. There hasn't been studied on can animals read. But if you write
where
meow
the
on
papers were. Yep. Still the best spot for napping in the house. But right there, so many boxes. No papers. Okay, so looks like she didn't leave anything behind.
So yeah.
I doubt it'll be in the bathroom. So let's go check her bedroom. Watch the bathroom because I didn't check the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
Can't really, believe she's really gone. Yeah, she's definitely gone.
Yeah. That is sad, seeing how Dawn is coming to realizing that she's actually alone now. Like Olive is no more anymore. She's not there. Like even if Dawn needs Olive, she's not there.
But Dawn won't need Olive because Dawn had the other Dawn. Olive's got the other Dawn. Remember, she put me out.
Yeah, but no, this
Time to
Dawn.
play. Come back later. Okay, let's
Play.
make a mess.
Yeah.
Let's make a mess. The toilet paper's here. We gotta make a mess. We gotta do
Yes.
a Kevin. I love that there's a guy in Canada that uses one of those plastic the I forgot 3D printers, and he makes a guard. Not kidding around, play with it, mini game 3 times. It makes guards that you put on your toilet paper rolls so they can't do that, and it works like a
Ooh,
charm. That's what we have, and
that's cool.
it saves the paper. So then Kevin decided I'll just go after the not paper towels, the toilet paper that's just sitting in the package. So we got
Oh no.
this octopus thing that it hangs on the wall, and you put your toilet paper in it, and it keeps it up out of the way, and he can't get to it anymore. So that's how we got rid of those problems. Okay, I didn't see anything here. So what room did we
Me
not look
neither.
in?
The bathroom?
I just was in the bathroom. It was completely empty.
Oh,
Wait.
out.
Is that the other Dawn?
Oh.
Did she get
They
abandoned too?
No, please, don't tell me that.
Olive
I'm a
might have died.
firm believer in getting to know someone before I judge them. You agree? Great. I'm Olive. I think we're going to be good friends.
That's the other. No, please.
Olive was sick. Olive might have died.
No, like.
That could be why the house is up for auction.
No, I think it's for auction because if you don't pay, it goes to auction.
Yeah, it could be that too, but we don't know. But think about it. The daughter didn't like cats.
No, maybe the daughter leave the other down too. You never know.
Look at that. That's adorable. Look at this cat peep.
Look at that though. Like,
Looks like we're going on a cat chase.
yeah.
Do I have control?
Yeah, technically yes.
Yeah, I do.
Yes.
Okay, so it went this way.
If they leave the other down too, they're a piece of shit, to be honest.
There it goes again. Oh, there's people painting a house.
Yeah. And that's the couple who was doing a picnic. If you remember.
Oh, yeah, they were doing a picnic.
The picnic.
Uh-oh, I lost it. Where did it go?
Oh, I think it's another time again when you have to go forward and not going on left and right, only forward.
These ones, yeah. But where'd the cat go? I don't see
Because
it.
I think that cat is
There it is.
running and we are not.
Oh, anything because we gotta jump and stuff. Thankfully, it's
Yeah.
all left-handed. Oh, and for anybody that's stopping by to see CopyCat, I'm not sponsored by them, but just so you know, that it's on sale till the 1st. If you want to bring this to your home,
If you want to get trauma, not per se.
Just
Just saying.
It's a good game. Don't do that.
It's traumatic. That's a good game. I can't say no, but it's traumatic. It gives people trauma. But still, if you want to play, you can. not advising it.
And there is options that I didn't take, so
Yeah, you
there
can
could be a
discover
totally
what.
there could be a totally different story. After we're done
Yeah,
through this playthrough, I'm not gonna do that.
no.
Val
You're
will leave me. Val will be like, I don't want to stream with you anymore.
no. Like if you bring another traumatic game,
Someone
I
on the
can think
When
about
are you coming
it.
home? I need you.
Man, you can take the cat. You can need a cat.
led somewhere for a reason. Oh, we got a cutscene.
Ooh. Like a mouse, so you can say like stop. No.
Oh, Sunnyside Retirement Home. So
Oh,
this probably is where
no,
Olive got put.
no, please. The other Dawn is bringing the last Dawn to Olive.
There's Olive and there's the daughter.
Look at that! And what a retirement home, though.
Ah, do we be like this where they have little tiny cottages? I wish we did.
Damn.
Shh. I'm here, May.
There's even a gnome.
Okay, that's good that she's not dead, but
We're family,
Oh,
Dawn. I promise nothing bad will ever,
there's enough room for a
ever
garden.
happen
That's
to you.
perfect for me.
We belong together.
if it ends here, I'm happy
Okay.
because it's actually like, oh, you can purr.
Do we stay or do we leave? Well, if we stay, we can try to.
I think we can stay because, like, the retirement home, if they have animals, normally they cure it.
Okay, let's see what happens. I know.
Please,
I know. Here in the States, you don't end up in a little house. You end up in a little room, and you don't get your pets with you. It's awful.
Oh no, in Italy too. In Italy too.
This was much
Like
nicer.
it's
Oh, we got
rare
another
to
dream.
have. Ooh, finish the game.
In one go, it
Finish.
says.
Look, they're both there.
They're both Dawns.
Oh, that's cute.
The wild cat will never be alone when its heart has found a home.
Oh.
So she gets to stay with the other Dawn at the retirement community. Finish the game.
Oh.
It's only 9:23.
Nice. We can go with the other game.
If I had
then.
known that, I would have finished it last time. Because
True.
look at this.
Still.
So both Dawns are together, and we're with Olive. I wonder what would
Good.
have happened if we had left, but I don't want to find out.
Do you want to try?
Oh, I do not. Alright, so we're going to Big Dusty, and we're going to go to a different game.
Yeah.
I still have the stockings up. Should I take the stockings off? 'Cause I put that up for Christmas.
We look.
Here, we'll take the stockings off while we do this. Bye, stockings.
No, the stockings isn't for the. No, you don't have the Befana. No,
You want that
don't.
back? Because it's not Christmas anymore.
In Italy, we use the stockings for a festivity called the Befana, which you have to put candies for the good child.
And
When the
but that happens here on Christmas Eve. You know, when you wake up in the morning, Christmas Day, it'll be full.
okay, nice. We have different. That's interesting.
Yeah, because what happens is Santa fills the stockings. He comes down your chimney and fills the stockings.
Uh,
Do you have any idea what the name? Oh, there it is. Love, Money, and Rock and Roll. That's what we were gonna do.
yes.
Okay, let me
What?
change the game title. Love.
Yes, and you want me to change it?
I've got it.
Okay.
Because I'm not haven't loaded the game yet. So
Okay, good. That's a bit abrupt. Yeah, it's abrupt, but it's better than
There
being
was a
run
choice. We
over
could have
by
gone
a
the
car.
other way, Corey, and seen what happened, but we didn't do that.
We could, but we are not ready emotionally, we can say.
Change the title to The Story Begins and love,
Okay, good.
money.
Rock and roll.
Thingy doodles. Thingy doodle.
What would, Cory, what would you have chosen? To stay or to go away?
Yeah, Corey, would you gone with the go away and kept going with the game, or would you stay with Olive? There's a good question.
Yeah, I got a copy. Good.
Yeah, it's on. I saw you bought it. It said your friend Corey has it. But and if anyone wants that game, you can get it. It's on sale.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Cory, I want to know when you're bringing it so I can be
You
in
can
pain
cry.
and discover the other ending.
Game appearance or game animation background. No audio. I'm just making sure the sound doesn't blast everybody.
Oh, okay. And
'Cause I
remember,
don't.
you have
There,
streaming to me.
yep, I haven't got there yet. I don't still understand why every game you load into blasts. You ever notice that? Why is it every single game that you go into?
Oh, because every game has a different volume level, and
They all seem to be. It all seems to be blast. That's what it seems to be. Blast away.
well,
Okay.
but technically, shouldn't they follow the volume of the computer? Technically,
It doesn't. Every game I play, it goes right to boom. That's the noise. And why
come
can't I
on.
share my screen? It's not showing. Is this one of those games where I have to? Yeah, no, I can't share my screen. What the heck? Technical difficulties. Please stand by. All right, so I know what we'll do. We'll go to um, Gaming December,
You can do it.
and we're gonna put the game on here and see if that makes a difference.
Okay.
No longer copycat. We want
For
this.
for now, the screen is black on the live.
I know. I'm trying to fix it. I'm
Ah,
sorry
okay.
about the black screen. It's not showing. Okay,
Technical difficulties
so this is one of those
depend
games where you
on.
have to do this and show everybody that way, which
Yeah.
means in order to share screen with
Okay.
you, I have to do
I have to watch it on the
screens.
live. I don't
I have
have
to.
problem.
No, you don't. If I do that,
Okay.
did that work?
Doo-doo-doo. Okay.
Yes.
Love, money, and rock and roll.
All right. Are we ready to have hopefully a happy time now? Corey's like, I signed up for Copycat. What the heck is this? All right.
We're going to romance people.
Gonna go with something different. We're gonna go with the story. Okay, choose game appearance. You can change this anytime this ends. Okay, clean or
Oh.
immersive? What's immersive?
I think
I don't
maybe
see a
more
difference.
options.
I don't see a difference.
Maybe
Well, I'm gonna go immersive and see what happens.
yeah, you can change it, I think.
Okay.
Maybe more options.
It's March 4th, 1987.
Ooh.
How old was Dusty in 1987? That's a question.
Mm.
I don't know. I was born in 1972. So how old would I
Oh.
have been? A teenager. He's gone,
17,
Sephiroth.
89 or 82.
87,
The
it
game.
said. 87.
7, you're from 72. 7, 8, 15.
15 years old for
5,
this
no,
story.
5, 5, 5, 15, 15, yeah.
Does anyone really find them beautiful? Does anyone really see a deep meaning in their world?
Yeah.
I wanted to experience this.
Just saying, you have the
Maybe it's.
image of Copycat on the live. on top of it, like the screen.
I fix. I don't have one for Love, Money, Rock and Roll. I never made one. I should have.
Oh, I may.
I did
Well,
not. I forgot. So people are going to have to guess what game this is. Amazing interplay
yeah.
of color, the purple velvet against the setting sun does memorize. Back then, I must have
Mm.
thought the same as I watched the leaves fall. Maybe too much time has passed. I've forgotten. I have changed. Please don't tell me it's going to be another sad game.
No, no.
Only-
Let me search.
Only the trees are still the
Like to
same.
play.
They don't care. See, I knew
With-
someone was going to ask. So we started.
Yes.
We just
hello,
started. We
we're-
finished Copycat. Now we're starting Love, Money, and Rock and Roll. So I don't know.
I think it's a kind of dating game, so we are in that kind of line.
You're up early. How's your Saturday morning going, Al? They came into the world before me and yet outlived my descendants. This is very deep. They don't care for the beauty of their falling petals, their speed, direction, or angle. It's all the same to them. Why would they bother with such minutiae? To them, this is nothing more than a routine change of the seasons. To me, though, it's a flood of memories. You woke up early because, oh, I'm sorry. I hope it feels better. I can tell you this much. Once you get to my age and you start getting the hot flashes instead of that, hot flashes are so much better than all that. Your time will come. A tree in front of me now is exactly the same as it was that day. The day when I had to do something. The day when it was too late to do anything. Welcome
Oh
in.
my god.
You gotta follow. You can chill. Yes. Chill, hang out. We never get to do it in person, but I'm glad we can do it this way.
I think maybe it's another one.
You gotta tell me what thing you're learning to do. What are you doing, Val? I'm curious now. Day when I do something, day when it was too late to do anything, it's the same. Yeah, I expect it to be busier. I'm only gonna bother you when I'm in extreme pain and I need the bathtub. Hello, welcome in, Poke Jedi. Hi.
Welcome.
So, I expect you to be busy. But if you ever want to hang out, just message me. Because I have less busy than you do. So today I'm actually leaving the house to meet people. And I haven't done that since, I went to Al's house. So I'm excited. Some petals too falling in for prettiest indifference. They truly don't care. They don't care if one day a photographer makes an entire exhibition of their images or a pair of sweethearts falls more deeply in love, enchanted by their ceaseless stance. These guys are really into this tree. That's how nature is. It's not how I am. Now we finally get to meet the character. Trying to figure out how to make better pixel art. I'm usually free in the mornings if I need to use the tub. Don't worry. Oh, nice. Thank you. Same as
I
that
want
day
to
a
learn
year
to
ago.
do pixel art too. That would be cool.
The day that's one art I don't do. I think I wouldn't have the patience.
Me neither, but that would be a
But
test.
yeah, we're doing well. We just finished a game that was very traumatic, and now we're hoping this will be much gentler to us.
But I think it's sacrificing.
That day, the petals were falling as the tree again. So it's been a year since whatever was making them philosophical. Back then, too, nature was lying down, not dying, no, but falling asleep to wake up again in the spring, its fire of life rekindled. Sitting under this tree, I remember all the joy and all the sadness. Oh, we're gonna have characters now. Do you really love me? Oh, I'm a guy, I think, or it might be a girl. This might be my girlfriend. I'm curious. I don't know. It'd be cool if it was girl with girl. Wouldn't that be neat? You had your iced coffee. Now it's Dr. Pepper and Pokemon for a bit. Oh, you're my kind of people. When I'm tired, I do Dr. Pepper too, but Dr. Pepper Cherry is my jam. I love Dr. Pepper Cherry.
I think that's not healthy to drink.
Well, no, I only do it once a week during Dusty After Dark. You know how I get up in the morning? I'm one of those annoying people. This. You know what's in this? H2O. I live on water.
Good.
Truly. Okay, back to yes. She turned away while the petals kept falling, getting tangled in her hair and making her look even more beautiful. You know, cherry petals really suit you. She turned around. She probably didn't want to. probably expected something else. Thank you for the hydrate.
Cherry soda is pretty. What
R-
is
RC
LC?
cherry soda? I didn't know RC still existed. We don't have
What
that
is
around
that?
here. It's a brand that doesn't. We
Ah,
don't.
okay.
I remember trying years ago, but I haven't seen RC in a long time. I got a hair stuck. There we go.
Ah,
Elegant phrases, intelligent words, something that wasn't this. Really? Me? Yes, of course. She
of
smiled.
course.
I too must have expected something different. Feelings, confessions, as beautiful those fluttering petals. But at that time, those words were more important to me than anything else. More important than a tree, more important than a moment, more important than life itself. Because I realized that they were like a petal resting in my hand before it fell to the ground. So near, so fragile, so precious. Now we can start
It's
the
like
game.
life. Easy, easy
You're
fried.
lucky you got it. For me, when it comes to cherry soda, we have um, what's the brand? We have a local brand that makes it.
Oh,
They make
maybe we
beer
can see
too.
ourselves.
What is it? Saratoga? I can't remember. Help! What's the local brand that makes the root beer and stuff in Utica? I can't remember it.
If you say Saratoga, it's like
I don't think no, it's not
a brand of
Saratoga. Because it's
bait
in
here.
Utica. It's a soda that's made in Utica. I can't remember. But anyway, our character just woke up. The fan was humming as
Ooh.
obnoxiously as ever. Its noise must have been what woke me up. I was sick of it, of course, but necessary evil. The summer heat was relentless, even with the doors open. It was 3 in the morning, and the silence was sickening. Oh my god, I feel this. I've been doing this for like
Yeah.
the last 4 days. I can't wait till my Kindle gets here. Hot liquid does feel good in the morning. If you don't end up oversleeping and then forget that you need to do that, I would have had hot cocoa because I don't do coffee,
Ooh.
but I do
Hot
hot
cocoa in the
cocoa.
morning. Let's
I,
try that.
yeah, usually I wake up and if it's really cold, like because we've been having sub-zero temperatures and stuff out here, when I get up in the
Here too.
morning, I either have hot cocoa or I have hot cider in the morning. Those are
Hmm.
my two go-tos, depending on what my mood is. So, and I didn't do that. I just went right for the water and right to streaming. Okay, we'll go back to the story. Dear God, better to hear the
With
blaring of
the
police
moon.
sirens, or the shouting of a tipsy neighbor, or the screaming of car tires. Anything but this obnoxious fan.
Put
I would have
some music. See that it's not obnoxious anymore.
I would have turned it off long ago, but then I would have certainly been cooked alive by the heat. Yeah, I would have put music on too. How
Yeah.
Russian winters had nothing on Japanese summers. Is it really that bad in Japan in
What?
the summer?
No. No, I don't think it's that bad.
I don't know. I'll have to ask my friend who lives there. With effort, I
Oh,
got up and went to the kitchen for some water. Yeah, one of my friends, he was in the military for being a translator. He speaks 7 languages. Um,
damn.
yeah, he didn't like being a translator in the military because they're not treated like people. You literally sign them out, and you know those big planes where they put all the, the vehicles on and the boxes and
Yeah.
stuff. That's where you ride in that
Oh,
uncomfortable thing because you're equipment. You're
oh,
treated like
that's bad.
equipment. You're not treated with the rest of the people. They sign you out. That you do what you have to do, and then you go back. He didn't like being equipment. So when he got stationed in Japan, he fell in love. He left the military and got hired on as a teacher for English. So he teaches English over there. He's been there now
Ooh,
7 years. He loves it.
that's cool.
Isn't it cool?
Really?
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
so happy for him. And he's like, and he's like, I never thought I would love living in Japan better than the United States, but he loves it there. He's never planning on ever coming back, which is sad because I
Wow,
miss him,
seeing
but
how
I
this,
understand. Yeah, see how things are now. I can understand that, but this he moved there seven
yeah.
years ago. So with effort, I got up and went to the kitchen for some water. Yeah, because he left the military right about the same time that I ran away from my abusive situation, and it's neat to see how we have
Yeah,
fallen. He's doing amazing in Japan, and well, I'm doing better thanks to streaming and all of you guys.
you're thriving in your
I,
situation, we can say.
yeah, that's a good way. Well, let's see. With
Yes.
effort, I got up, went to the kitchen for some water. What were Russian winters like anyway? Muffled creaking came from the floorboards under my feet. But the rest of the house, which consisted of 3 bedrooms, a living room, a bathroom, and some pantries, that's bigger than my place. Can I move in here?
Yeah.
Paid no attention to its sole inhabitant.
My,
Damn, it really was 3 a.m.
like, how you, like, he's talking bad about his house, the house of the protagonist, which is bigger than our houses.
Here, Corey, let me do this. Now I'm there. Now you can throw snowballs at me. I gulped the water down greedily, spilling half over myself.
See,
I'm 77% likely to miss the next spawn because you hit me with a snowball? Corey, that's me! Gulped water down greedily, spilling half over myself. Next morning, I had to go to school. You just thought it was throwing snowballs on me too. I had no idea. I've never done it. Had to? Why exactly? Maybe I was the one who came up with these stupid duties and responsibilities, straddling myself with the necessity of socializing and waiting for the useless piece of paper that would attest to me
my,
possessing a high school. This guy is deep. I must have
yeah,
invented this
for
world
real.
myself, as was my wont. I must have made it up alongside with the other worlds I fabricated daily for myself, for those I knew, for the whole world. These
They,
applications were nothing but stupid conventions of that world. By a stroke of bad luck, it was also the world that most people viewed as the real one. I poured myself
hey,
another glass of water and returned to bed. This guy's deep.
deep, but he talks a lot, like, no, deep, a lot of deep things.
The moon
Like,
shone brightly,
wow,
animating every speck of dust. I love it when the moon does that. It's so pretty.
yeah.
In its mournful light, my room looked entirely different, like a portal to another world.
Mm,
A world that was beyond even my imagination. A silver ray fell on the table, inching towards a heap of papers. School papers, an unfinished novel, letters. From my mother, from friends in Russia. And I got up and put a particular scrap of paper into a drawer. Has it been a year since it arrived? Or why should it even bother me? Oh, I gotta move cat cam for a second. Oh, for the new people that are in chat, this is Cinder on cat cam. The other one is Kevin if he shows up. Why should
this
it
is the
even bother me?
beautiful, beautiful thing there. Beautiful.
You just like him better than Kevin. You admit it.
Yeah, it seems fluffier.
And again, why was it on my table? I should have tossed it long ago. I jumped up, took a step towards the table, and came to a halt. How could I? It's not as if I hadn't tried before. More than once. The phone rang. Who's calling you at 3 a.m., dude?
Damn, well, for
Very
real, like,
loudly.
ooh.
It was 3 in the morning. Who could possibly need to talk to me at this hour? To a dejected high schooler sunk in self-reflection. Although I was used to it.
The mother from Russia? No, friends.
Should we answer or not?
No, no, it's 3 a.m. I would be fatty.
Yeah, but if it's 3 a.m., it could be an emergency.
Oh, let's try that. Come on. Look,
Okay.
we can do it. We can try.
First step, make the first choice achievement.
Yay!
Okay. Hello? Girl? Oh, you want to do the girl voice?
Okay. Hi, are you not asleep? Like, well, if you call me.
As you can tell. I felt a strong
And
desire to
this
hang
is-
up and disconnect the phone. Oh my god, he wants to make water!
I would
But,
too. Like, are
but
you awake?
stronger
No,
still,
you
I
just
wish that she could
called
be here now,
me.
close by. Here you go.
How come?
How should I know? Probably because you called me. She mumbled something unintelligible.
How are things in general?
How should things be in general at 3 in the morning? Yeah, I'd be grumpy too.
Yeah. I don't know. Great?
Then they're great. That's how that works.
Oh, quit it.
Well, what did you want to hear?
I just wanted to call. At 3 a.m.
Thought it was okay to call at 3 a.m.?
I saw the light come in your kitchen, so I figured you were up. She's a
Stalking?
stalker.
Are you spying?
No, I was just.
Well, I went silent for a few seconds. She must have been trying to think of something that wouldn't sound too ridiculous.
It's just that I couldn't sleep either.
Why either? What if I had been sleeping?
But you weren't.
Stalker vibes here. All right,
Get
let's start from the beginning. What did you want?
I wanted to know.
She paused mid-sentence, as if working up the courage before continuing more confidently.
Are you coming to school tomorrow? That's what you want to hear?
What if I am? This is a weird 3 a.m. conversation.
Like, then I'll come to get you in the morning. Like, and you call someone at 3 a.m. to
Oh,
ask if
that's
they
just
talk
great.
to
It's 3 in the morning and you're gonna come by. When? In 3 hours?
you? So we won't be late.
Oh my god. This
That's
girl's
too early.
insane. You know what? I think I'm gonna pass.
Hey, you can keep missing school. At this rate, you won't be able to graduate. And then you won't be able to find a job. And then... Hey.
Yeah, entirely tangled up in predictions of my future. Oh well, no biggie.
I
Character,
won't be a
am I?
biggie. Leave the door unlocked in the morning. No, why you have to leave the door unlocked?
Have your keys. What does it matter if I lock the door? Oh!
Oh,
She's got a key to his house.
maybe an emergency. All right, see you in the morning then.
See you.
So the stalker has a copy of your keys.
That sounds totally safe. I didn't feel like arguing. What was the point anyway? She would come and wake me up regardless. It's what she did almost every day. Why did I ever give her keys? That's what we want to know, dude.
Maybe
Well,
emergency.
That was a while back. It must have been about a year. The cherry petals were probably falling on that day as well. But to hell with them. I made sure to set my alarm so I'd be up before she came. Not that it mattered much, but this was getting old. What's more, I worried that I was getting too accustomed to it, seeing her familiar face every morning. Dependent even, which was something I absolutely couldn't allow to happen. So if she wanted to come in the morning, fine, but she wouldn't be waking me up again.
Take away the keys if you don't like it. Like,
Now we're in July. This is 4 months later.
yeah. Again, 2 a.m.
No, that looks like daylight. 100
Good.
bells chimed with 100 melodies in my head announcing morning. In that melody were the cheerful chirping of the birds, the construction of a neighboring street, the boisterous sounds of street vendors, the damn fan that hadn't quit humming for a second, and the grumpy mutterings somewhere close by. The fixed gaze of large green eyes, the pouting lips, the 2 red braids all informed me that I had slept in. She's in the house.
She's the stalker.
What time is it? The girl picked up the alarm clock and shoved it in my face. But it's still early. I protested.
The early bed gets the worm. Like, the early bed gets warm.
This
Okay.
is Himitsu? I'm always saying that right.
Himitsu.
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 Okay. I feel like I've known her my whole life. Or at least since my parents and I moved to Japan. Oh, he never... I wonder where he lived before.
Maybe he's Russian because he was talking about
No,
her
he
mother
said,
is Russian.
he said he wondered what it was like. Her mother's Russian, although she divorced Himitsu's father when we were still children.
Oh, okay. Okay, enough lounging around. Time to get up, wash up, eat breakfast, and go to school.
This is how most of my days start. Though after all these years, I've grown used to it. Incidentally, I forgot to introduce myself. Nikolai, a high school senior.
Okay. Nico-kun!
Imitsu's voice carried through the entire house, and it no longer felt quite so empty and lonely. I quickly showered and dressed and went into the kitchen.
Please, Nico-kun, I can't.
This house really was too big for one person. In fact, it was probably designed for a multi-generational family. Grandparents, parents, children, grandchildren. It's only a 3-bedroom, dude. No.
Yes.
All the empty space felt oppressive, even when my parents were still with me. Now it felt like a museum or a library. Who in the right mind would want to live in one of these, especially by themselves?
Well, bon appetit!
Same to you. An omelet and several kinds of salad graced the table. Wait, several kinds of salads? It's just breakfast.
No, yeah, because in the traditional Japanese breakfast is consistent of rice and different side dishes.
picked up a piece of cucumber with my chopsticks and lazily rolled it around the plate. Don't waste the cucumbers. Those are good.
Not hungry?
I am, but I can't live off grass like a rabbit.
Come on. We are talking about a guy from Russia who
I was asking
transferred
Elle a
to
question.
Japan.
And it's okay you got distracted by Mike. I love Mike. I'm having a brain dead moment. You know how I can't recall things without seeing it? What is the soda made in Utica? They've got root beer and they got black cherry. What's the name of that soda? I can't remember what it is. And it's killing me because it's really good root beer, really good cherry soda. Yeah, made in Utica. A beer company makes it. I can't remember. I hate brain damage. And for those of you that are new, yes, I actually have legitimate brain damage. I can't recall things, I forget things, and I cannot do math anymore because I got a traumatic hit to the head. That's it! Saranac. If you're still here, the other guy that was talking about the Dr. Pepper and their favorite cherry soda, Saranac has the best root beer and a really good black cherry.
Funky JD.
Thank you.
Yeah, Funky JD. And the food we were talking about typical Japanese breakfast.
And
I
now
was
it's your
saying that I
turn.
love the food. So instant ramen is better in your book? Yes.
I don't know about better, but certainly tastier. Oh, he's insulting her food now.
Look at that. Hey.
I don't know anything about Japanese breakfast or foods. I've always wanted to go there. We were talking about how my friend lives there. He teaches English. He's been there for 7 years and loves it. But I've you know me, I don't get to travel. So, but I live.
If I
I live.
saw a video of the Japanese breakfast, I would send it one to you so you know how much they eat. It's common.
Elle says they went to Japan for a week and had mackerel with rice and miso. Oh, that sounds really good.
Yeah,
She
my
puffed out her
miso is
cheeks calmly.
good.
Well, now she thinks she's a hamster. There you go. Get mad at me.
I put real work into it, you know?
KO. I don't know what that means. I could say nothing to counter that, so I concentrated on chewing.
KO is like when you, like in typical, like Tekken, the game, like when you defeat the other one who has no more life, they say KO. Like,
oh, okay, finish. That KO. I know that KO.
Yeah.
I've never seen anyone say it in a sentence. But there you go.
Yeah, me. What are you planning to do after school today?
I don't know. Kayasaki wanted to go to the movies, I think. Do you have another idea?
It's Hirosuke.
I'm never going to say the names right. You're going to have to forgive me now.
Yeah.
She set her chopsticks aside and looked at me intently as if about to say something important. Ooh, this is getting...
Ooh, a date? Maybe?
She laughed, trying to hide her embarrassment.
Never mind. It's not important. Hirosuke.
Himitsu is in love with me. I've known this for a long time, but I've done nothing about it. Oh, I'm a rude person. Kisuke. Thank you.
Okay,
at some point, I grew so used to it that I couldn't tell anymore whether she loves me as a brother or as a man. Oh, that's why he's doing nothing. He doesn't... Okay. This is why we have conversations. I'm going to tell you this right now. If you don't have communication, you're never going to have a relationship that'll work. You got to talk. To be honest, I didn't care one way or the other. Oh, that's rude. I am a very mean high schooler.
Yes, sir.
It's okay, Al. And there is a combi in chat if anyone wants that. If you want to go somewhere I can reschedule the movie, it can do without me tonight.
Ooh.
Her face gleamed with an earnest smile.
Well, actually, I wanted to check out this one store near the station. It just opened. The girls at school won't stop talking about it.
Someone else in my shoes might consider this as a date. But I simply enjoyed spending time with Himitsu. It's a date, dude.
Leading her on.
Yes.
Man.
This is awful. She seemed content with our arrangement, too.
You haven't finished your breakfast. That's true.
Nor did I plan to. I might still have to eat more grass for lunch. Why don't you ever make borscht or dumplings or something?
Borscht isn't breakfast, and besides, I've made it before.
Miss Sue pouted. She made it before, true, but not in the same way I remember from my childhood. You can never
Mom.
recreate. You can never recreate your childhood foods. I've tried. I wasn't about to tell her that. It's one thing not to know how to do something. You can always learn. It's quite
Sure.
another to both know and do, yet fail to meet expectations. Oh, I get that. I still cannot make my own masala rotten, and I miss it. When that's the case, there's a good chance that you'll never learn.
Sure. If you don't try.
You're right. Sorry. Your borscht is very good. Borscht, yeah. Borscht.
Borscht.
Yusu glared at me. Oh no. Anyone else in her place would have long since emptied this bowl of imaginary borscht over my head.
True.
So what's the story you're talking about?
They sell clothes.
She kept staring at me.
Dresses, sweaters, skirts, clothing. Woman's clothing.
Do you think maybe you should go with one of your girlfriends then? I'm not saying no. It just might be a bit awkward.
True. Why?
No, it's just the way things are here, and you know how I'm not always great with the local customs. Now remember, this story is from 1987, so if you've been to Japan recently, it's not going to match up.
True.
Hi. Good morning. How are you?
Hi.
I was telling the truth. It's been a while. Anyone else would have long since gotten used to the Japanese way of life, to Japanese tradition and cultural norms. Or at least to the ways of the local high schoolers.
That's no one is going to think about anything. It's not like we're
You chilling before you leave to work? I hope your work goes well.
What?
Oh, Elsa's been 8 years since she went to Japan. We'll have to go again. That would sound nice. My next trip, I'm hoping, is to Canada. I really would like to meet my husband's brothers, and they want to meet me too. But Calgary is like so far away. I don't know if it'll ever happen. But for those of you that are new and are not subscribers, in 4 minutes there will be ads. The ads last exactly 3 minutes, time for you to get up and do something. After that, 1 hour uninterrupted streaming. I do that so we don't have too much of the annoying things. And of course, if you subscribe, you don't have ads, but I'm not telling you to. Do as you want.
Remember, you can do as you want, but if you have Prime, it's free.
That's true.
So you don't have to worry about it.
Let's see, Himitsu was now completely flustered, which was making her upset. I couldn't tell if she was more upset with me or with herself. Sometimes when I talked to Himitsu, not only her, I would hit a dead end. I no longer knew what was expected of me, with the other person couldn't understand why I didn't get it. In the end, the entire meaning of the conversation would end up buried under an avalanche of misunderstanding, which snowballed with every new remark. At such times, it was better to agree or to remain silent. Okay, I understand. Okay, I went through that when I was a teen. I understand this. All right, it's fine. No one's going to think anything. Why would they?
Exactly.
Mrs. said triumphantly, and we went to wash the dishes. Time passes.
Time passes.
Oh, this is the outside. Oh, it's adorable.
It's beautiful.
What was this kind of weather early in the fall, called in Russia? Grandma's summer? In Japan, at any rate, it's still very hot at the beginning of September. He must have walked alongside me, smiling. Oh, look at the streets. We get to see what it's like in 1987 Japan. This is pretty cool. I would have been 15 years old, running around, and this is September. I would also be going to school. I occasionally glanced over at her, trying to figure out what was on her mind. Not that I was particularly interested. More likely, I was just trying to distract myself from my own thoughts. The image of the falling cherry petals kept surfacing in my mind, dragging up painful memories. As for Himitsu, she never broached the subject. Was she keen to avoid reopening the wound, or was she just showing tact?
Hey, Haruto-Nikko-kun, do you copy?
Daydreaming.
We're almost there, and you're still sleeping.
Sue knit her brow. As always, her displeasure looked more comical than intimidating. I hate it when people tell me that, too. I'm not sleeping. I'm solving the world's problems in my head.
Oh yeah, what sort of problems?
She laughed. The political sort? Not even geopolitical. Who else would solve them if not yours truly? Oh, I'm an arrogant ass.
Yeah, your grades are a little underwhelming for a future politician. Like,
So
she's saying that you're stupid, you're not going to be a politician.
it's not important. There's plenty of great people who didn't get the best grades at school. Take Einstein, for instance. That's true.
True, but still. I see.
Musu smirked.
Mm, okay,
We're at the
and?
mall. We probably
No,
would
it's
have.
the school.
We have to go to school first.
Yeah.
Okay, we probably would have kept chatting like this if it weren't for a scuffle happening at that moment at the school gate. Ooh, someone's fighting.
Oh,
Several people surrounded a girl. From a distance, we couldn't see
Rolling.
who it was.
look.
Said Musa quietly, slowing down. I listened in. Probably wears the same skirt all year. Must be a hand-me-down from her older sister. How does a bum like her even get admitted to our school? It's not a halfway house. Go work at the fish market. Careful now, you might catch something from her. It's not like I was going to, with... Hey, you're onto something. But that's how she spends her nights, earning a little side cash. Ooh, this
Poor
is cruel.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
You must have paused for a second.
Isn't she in your class?
I looked more closely. She did look familiar. I think so.
Are you saying you don't even know who your classmates are?
Yes, I do. That's Nakahita Eve. I fixed my hair and looked triumphantly at Himitsu. She was not impressed.
Yeah.
In fact, she's our class president. Oh, that's...
Oh,
Himitsu was still looking at me reproachfully. Well, what? I've never spoken much with her, and anyway, this is the first time we're together in the same class, so it's only been 6 months. Meanwhile, the scuffle, if you call it, was picking up steam. The girl remained stubbornly silent, only dropping her head lower with every minute. Slowly continued to encourage the burleys. Come on! Who would pay money for someone like her? Except maybe a couple hundred yen. The speaker made a show of opening his wallet, stuffing bills, pulling out a handful and waving them in front of him. That's awful.
yeah.
This is really getting out of hand. I muttered under my breath. But the other students walked right on past, pretending not to notice anything. Oh, I hate that. It's wonderful to see you too. You want to type in there to the people that's 3 minutes of ads and we'll be right back? Would you, Val?
Okay, ads
For 2
in.
minutes. And end in 3 minutes. See you soon or something.
And in 3 minutes. Minutes. See you soon.
Oh, what are you up to today, Relances?
Hi, Relances.
I know it's not morning for Relances. Relances is on your side of the world.
And for the week, yes.
Ads are not for the weak. Ads are for the pavement. I will fully admit, I stream to gather you oddballs business together to give them a chilled place and hopefully get them into Discord so they have a found family. But it also pays for my car payment.
Oh, you're 1 hour earlier than me. One eve difference. For me, it's 4 p.m.
So almost your side of the world.
Yes. Yeah, because he's Portugal, right?
What's that? I forgot. Is that what it was?
What color is he?
Exactly. Good job. See, I can't remember select that with my brain damage. That's why I have a Val.
Yeah.
These damn traditions again. This isn't right.
Yeah.
That is broken.
No, I can't read the Nico-kun. But okay, Nico-kun, just tell the teacher. They don't do a shit.
They wouldn't. You got to go in there. I used to go in there all the time. I maybe at 15, I would have been probably about 4'6", and I went nose to nose with all the bullies, and they were scared of me, and they never would touch any of the nerds because I would protect them. I may be little, but I'm a little ball. I'm a little spitfire. He was to tug lightly at my sleeve. And what was the teacher gonna do? Scold him? Why aren't you ashamed of yourselves? I was starting to get worked up. I had to think about it. What business of mine was this? A fellow classmate? So what? It's funny that my phone canonically refuses the Twitch ads while giving me tons of YouTube ones. That is funny. I almost changed more than a couple words with her before this day. Still, it was hard to watch one poor girl getting picked apart by an entire pack. I'm going in. I'm going in. We're not letting this keep going.
Yeah.
I stay on the sidelines. While your PC uses YouTube and gives me Twitch ones instead. That is weird, Rolances. That's weird.
Wow.
What if Mitsu was in her place?
Watch on the phone. For you.
After all, we weren't exactly the richest kids at this school either.
Oh.
Sorry. Mitsu only smiled slightly in response.
So you didn't intervene? Oh, okay.
We're doing it right now. Which is good, because I think
Good.
ads just ended. I'm not positive, but I think you guys are all back and ready to watch the brawl. Hey. I yelled and headed confidently in their direction. Leave her alone. At first, they just looked at me in surprise. Imura, on the other hand, kept staring at the ground and didn't react at all.
Look at the hair!
Oh my god. In the 80s, did they really? Because I know what we did over here in the States, but did okay. You watching the cat while listening to the stream noises? Are you watching Cat Cam? Cinder's over there. Is that Rio?
Probably.
And who would you be? Let's be angry. What do you care? Keep walking. Their tone was challenging, but that only boosted my confidence. 4 against 1? Don't you think that's a bit unfair? You want some too, is that it?
I can't with the hair.
I know. How does it stay? 2 guys from the group stepped forward, cracking their knuckles for emphasis. Seems like they could do more than talk trash. What's the hero gonna do now? The stare stars associated with Shaman King forever in your head? I get that. One of them smirked. Yeah, what? To tell the truth, I didn't know either. I've been compelled to stand up for Amira by some kind of inflamed sense of justice, no more. Because here, you weren't supposed to act this way, and there, you were supposed to help your neighbor. But real life isn't manga, or anime. In real life, I had no superpowers. You don't need them, dude. I was 6 at this age, and I was taking them down. You can do this. The Pompadour is staying together by the power of God and anime. You're about to find out. I got up close to one of them and froze. Oh dear.
Why?
And what now? But the guy staggered back clearly. That's all you have to do.
Oh.
Almost every time in high school or junior high or elementary, whenever I went up to a bully, they were so used to you backing down and cowering, they didn't know what to do when you got right up into their space. Close in, and they have no clue. And if you get close enough, you can knee them in the groin. But the guy staring back clearly rattled. Who do you think you are? The same instant, the second guy rushed up to me, clearly intended to shove me in the chest. My reflexes kicked in, and before I could think, out swung my arm. I gotta take some water here.
Look.
Crack came the sound of the assailant's jaw. The world around me seemed to freeze. There were the other girls, even the guy I had just punched, all stared, seemed transfixed by surprise. Oh, nice. So Al and Rolance have something in common.
Yeah.
But this only lasted an instant. Do you have any idea who my father is? Oh, they're gonna pull that shit.
Yeah.
One of the girls shouted.
But
Don't yell. Let's just go. He's some kind of psycho. I love it. You can gain up. 4 people can gain up on one girl, and that's okay. But one guy comes and clocks the other one. That's a psycho. This is so true to high school. Another girl tried to calm my friend down. There's a Larian in chat too. The second guy helped his fallen friend up from the ground. This isn't over. They always say that too, but it's over.
Yeah.
They'll remember you. With these words, I quickly headed away from the school. Now we get to go into school. Oh wait, Humus is gonna be upset. Rushed over to me in the same instant.
Probably. Nikokuna, you're right.
Well, yes, of course. I replied calmly while examining a slightly swollen fist. And I'm so glad they're mentioning this. Every movie you ever see where they just clock them in the jaw and then they're fine is such a lie. This would be bruised. And this will hurt for a few days. Trust me. Surprisingly, I wasn't shaking with adrenaline as I might have expected. Everything must have happened too suddenly.
Iwamura senpai?
And all the commotion I'd forgotten, all about the chief cause of this kerfluffle. There she is. She stood silently, peering suddenly us under her eyebrows. Are you all right? Do you want to do
It's
her
me?
too?
I don't know. Do
You
you
could do
want me
both
to?
girls. You could do both girls.
Okay. Fight is prohibited on the school grounds.
Oh, she's mad at, because she's the class president. Yeah, she can't get her
Yeah.
own. She said quietly. What? A dumb smile spread across my face. I looked over at Himitsu. She looked just as confused as I was.
I'm saying that there was no need to get into a fight.
In case you haven't noticed, I was kind of defending you.
You know? They will have left in the end.
Oh, she's okay. She's one of those. That's not
Yeah.
necessarily true. I'm sorry. Mira went silent for a second, looked up to me. Her eyes flashed, but just as quickly her indifferent demure returned.
She's the one that they call like a tsundere. Like they
Yeah.
act like Kogi and then they're like a sentimental doll. They always do.
Regardless, you could at least say thank you. It's a common courtesy. I was even more upset now than a minute earlier. And not only here, but in the whole wide world.
Oh,
Mira's only response was to raise her chin, snort, and quickly make her way towards the school gate.
what?
But that's just unreal. Yeah, I can understand why you're upset.
I told you not to get involved.
Uchi said quietly.
But you did act like a real hero.
Some hero, right? Where have you seen heroes like this? In movies, the heroes get thanked for saving someone.
Yeah, they don't get yelled at. But you didn't do it for the sake of gratitude, did you?
Uchi kept smiling, just made me flustered. We'll see what sort of gratitude the teachers give me. I grumbled. Come on, let's go.
I think he will get yelled
he didn't
at.
do it for the gratitude. Another school routine day had now begun. Love the shade of hair and this reddish maroon here in the back row to the right. It's pretty.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't remember my Russian school at all, even though I attended it for 6 months. But for some reason, it seemed to me that schools are more or less the same everywhere in the world. As were people. Really, how many ways could there be to get stuff into a kid's noggin? If Macaroni and Popov could, independently of each other, invent the radio, why couldn't identical best practices emerge in education at opposite ends of the earth? A chef and the teacher snapped me out of these thoughts. Whatever school was like in Russia, school here was pretty strict. There was a reason, after all, why this is one of the best schools in the country. My class consisted largely of children of the rich and famous businessmen, politicians, showbiz stars. So in Japan, they segregate schools by how much you make? That's weird.
Sometimes.
Back in the 80s. Remember,
Before,
this is
yes.
the 80s.
Yes, they have even a rule that you couldn't be fat because you wouldn't have been accepted at school. Yeah.
Sometimes I felt out of place here. But then even among this elite, there were people who were almost ordinary. One such person, it's Kyosuke. Came up to me during break. Aw, he's adorable.
He's borderline
his middle school. He came across as down-to-earth guy with none of the attitude of the local privileged youth. You want to do this guy too? Or should I do this guy?
Two and two?
Because I had to do the other person, so why don't you do Kayosaki?
Okay. Hey Nick, do you hear what happened this morning? It was the
She ran in
center.
the classroom and spotted one of the girls that had been harassing Emira. She gave me a mean look, but then quickly went back to what she had been doing. Whatever. No, what happened? I asked, even though I knew perfectly well what he was referring to. Yeah.
This morning at the school gate.
Daisuke lowered his voice.
There was a brawl.
Some word for it. Couldn't they think of a better one? Yeah, well, I'm aware.
What do you mean? Did you...
His eyes lit up, he leaned in towards me, and they continued at rapid-fire pace.
Are you the guy? The one that put Kurosaki from Class B?
Somehow I neglected to ask his name. I like how cocky that is. I answered proudly and immediately winced. There was nothing to be proud of here. Now everyone was going to gossip about what a
The guy
dangerous
is
bully it
shocked.
was, and no one was going to remember that I was actually saving a poor girl from harassment. That's a good
Yep,
point.
yeah.
It backfires so often, but I did it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So don't get the wrong idea. I was just defending. My eyes were scouring the classroom in search of a mirror. Was defending, but she wasn't there. Was I really looking to her for proof of my heroic deed, for confirmation that I wasn't just a troublemaker?
Mm-hmm.
Well, anyway, I was defending a girl.
A girl? Who?
Suki squinted. Don't know who she is. Anyway, what's the matter? It's a natural reaction, you know. Anyone in my place. I looked up at Kaisaki. Any decent person would have done the same. You would think so, but no.
Yeah, sure. Don't forget to introduce me to this mystery girl of yours. Look at him. Want to make a move.
He wanted to add something, but at that moment, the school bell rang. He didn't need to know that the girl was immoral. She had it pretty rough as it was. Then again, maybe part of the blame lay with her.
Yeah, the way she act.
Yeah, the next lesson was contemporary Japanese. I've been in
my.
Japan for 10 years now. I speak the language fluently, of course, but writing still gives me grief at times. I understand that.
Yeah.
When I took, 6 years of Spanish, and the writing was more difficult.
You know, the Japanese is more difficult because they have like
Yes, the calligraphy, yes.
6,000 idioms. Like for writing, no, we have letters. They have that kind. Their kind of writing. They have 6,000.
I know, it's insane. I could never learn it.
What?
When the break arrived, we were out of the classroom to avoid a continued conversation about the morning's incident. Kayasaki could be pushy and persistent, but he didn't entirely lack tact, so I was probably being too cautious. English was next. It came more easily to me. I spent the
Look
better
at
part of the
that.
lesson gazing out of the sports ground where a soccer match was taking place. Soon my thoughts took me far from school to the day when the cherry petals were falling. I would finally find why he's upset. Fall was here, and that meant the trees would soon be shedding their foliage again.
Maybe
palette-
that's when he transferred.
Might be. The color palette might be different this time, but would my feelings remain the same? A couple more weeks, a month at most, and I would know. So something's coming. The bell
Yeah.
recalled me to reality. My stomach started gurgling noisily.
You didn't have breakfast today? Let's make a cafeteria run.
See, I need somebody like this at my house every morning. We're always ready to chow down.
Where there is a whole body, there is a whole mind.
A whole lot of body, more like it. Ooh, that's rude. I was, however,
Yeah.
really hungry and didn't want to wait till lunch. All right, let's go. The memory of Himusu's healthy, balanced breakfast was still fresh in my mind. I wanted to eat something unhealthy but delicious. Me too. There's cookies right over there, but I'm not going to leave stream to go get a cookie. The temptation's real, though, because it's right there. Sadly, food poisoning was not on the menu. The cafeteria, like everything else at the school, was first rate. Couldn't tell you if the food was on par with what they serve at the world's top restaurants, as I hadn't been to one. But on the whole, I had no complaints. See, that's not fair. You should have seen the cafeteria food in the 80s. It was a good thing that we were too poor to afford them because it was gross. Mom always gave me the same thing. I either had a bologna sandwich or a peanut butter sandwich in my lunch until I got old enough to make my own. Thankfully, at 3rd grade, she let me make my own. And then lunches got better. Besides, the menu had plenty of European options. Ooh. No borscht among them, for one. I gotta look at what borscht is now. I'm curious. We entered the cafeteria. Kayasuki was babbling on about some new magical girl anime.
Oh my.
Yeah, that's one kind of anime I have not been able to get into. I'm sorry. I wouldn't call myself a huge anime fan, but I watch them sometimes too. If you had to put my enthusiasm for them on a scale, I was far from Kazuki as Tokyo is from Moscow. Okay. Oh. Earthquake? Suddenly,
Now
bam.
someone found.
Something jabbed my side, not too hard, but enough to be felt. On top of that, I was doused with a liquid. Oh. A girl holding a tray popped up from behind. I was dripping with orange juice while she gazed in bewilderment at the fruit of her labor. Oh, now we know what I look like. Look. See, he's even got hazel eyes like mine.
Yeah.
Full. I was more frustrated than angry. She didn't react in any way. Instead, she just kept looking at me in surprise. That's weird. Finally, she seemed to come to her senses.
You're the one who should watch where you're going.
So taken aback, I smiled like an idiot and even retreated a step. Meanwhile, the girl scowled and glared at me.
I said, watch where you're going instead of sleepwalking.
She bumped into me.
And why will I bump into you?
Sir, that's a bag. I can see that. The girl was talking nonsense, but she was doing it so confidently I couldn't help but question my own judgment. And why would I?
How should I know? You're the one who bumped into me.
Alright, you got me. It won't happen again. I snapped back and was prepared to leave.
Wait.
She said quietly.
You're, well, or wet.
I looked myself over, not the prettiest of pictures, to be sure. And what do you suggest? A joint trip to the shower? Oh, Nikolai.
Shooting me shot. Me? I wasn't. I haven't taken it.
Surprise and confusion on her face gave way to I can never say that word. Indignation?
Nation.
That's one of those, or yeah, read it all the time, but you never know how to say it. Here was an insulted, humiliated victim, and I the culprit, naturally. Okay, just forget it. Everything's fine.
Wait. Again.
Her tone changed faster than the weather in the tropics.
Here, take this.
She handed me a handkerchief. I accepted it without an argument and was about to thank her when she snorted, turned on her heel, and left to join her girlfriends at the far end of the cafeteria.
Oh my.
What a strange girl.
Yeah. Nick, you.
Started Keisuke when I sat down at our table. He was flaring his nostrils and gasping like a fish out of water. Oh, that
Do
was
you
probably
know
someone
who
famous.
that was?
No? Who?
That was Ellie-sama. Oh my, the Sama.
What does Sama mean?
Means is one on the top. Like Sama can be mean with the gods, like with your boss. It's a very high way of talking about someone. Kun and Chan is like a friendly way. Senpai means that he's older than you, like he's more time on the place that you are, like school.
Yeah, I
Or
understand senpai. I just
work.
I didn't know what Sama was. I was going, my lord. This story I know.
Yeah.
He looked
Yeah,
proudly at
actually
me,
means
though
my
expecting
lord.
me to explain, oh, Ellie-sama. You mean her? So it means my lord, huh? Sama who?
Yeah.
I inquired coolly.
How can you not know? And you want people to believe you're a student here?
Oh, if he does, actually. I don't want
Well,
that. It's what the paperwork says. Yeah, he doesn't.
true. If only you paid more attention to what goes around you.
All right, enough suspense already. Just tell me.
At the bit.
Kisuke repositioned himself more comfortably on his chair, assuming a serious look, and began.
Ellie-sama. She's like the school queen. She has perfect grades. She's great at sports. She's won awards at the national. Not even the international level.
He is big. Not the interplanetary? What a relief. Oh.
Anyone would consider it an honor to be acquainted with her.
I never spill a drink on you? Is that what you mean?
People do.
Karasaki ignored me and carried on.
I give up my entire manga collection to have her start a conversation with me. And there you have it, the example.
I think it might be a game. I don't know. Well,
it is a random game.
Someone gave it to me for my birthday, so I figured it's time to do this.
What a gift! So I think it is. It's a RM game. I say yes, at RM. We have to try a reverse RM. That would be funnier, I think.
Entire
Because
collection. Well, he hasn't collected
okay,
anybody.
half. Okay, half.
I will say that's different because back in the 80s when I went to school, I was actually um a target because I had the best grades and stuff. Being smart in
Wow.
America and being smart in America was looked down on. You were called the teacher's pet, the whole nine yards. You didn't want to have good grades and people know about it. So the idea that in Japan they actually worship it, it's kind of cool to see the difference.
Because in Japan they have like you have to be good grades, you have to be good in everything. You don't
Oh,
have
here
to
here
be
it's the
bad.
football team. You got to be a cheerleader on the football team to be.
No, in Japan is that. In Italy, they don't care. Fine, a third.
All right, I get it. I should expect the police to show up at my door now and await my sentence, death by glares. Except, hold on a second. I'm completely innocent.
You don't get it at all. Then again, maybe you should expect the police after all. His grandfather is the chairman, the school board director.
Ooh, that could be a problem. What am I supposed to do now? Keep apologizing to her? She was the one who bumped into me and spilled juice all over me. He sighed again, returned to eating. I turned slowly and looked in the direction of the school queen. Judging by the lively conversation and laughter coming from her table, Elisama had already forgotten all about the incident with my lowly serf self. The juice dried pretty quickly, leaving behind noticeably yellow stains on my white shirt. Didn't really care about my appearance, but the school had its standards, and I didn't take kindly to such sloppiness. So I had to change into a jersey and track jacket. Wow, see, that's another thing they would never have cared about when I went to school. After another uneventful lesson, it was a time for a long break, also known as lunchtime. Had I agreed to meet
Wow.
Himitsu for lunch? I couldn't remember. I could just go for a stroll around the school, seeing as I eaten only an hour earlier. Okay,
Um,
what do we want to do? I have no
I
idea.
don't know. Let's let someone in the chat want
Should we
to
go for a stroll
decide for
or go for
us.
lunch? And while we're waiting for someone in chat to say something, I want to grab a cookie. Shh.
Good. Go go go.
Ignore the empty chair. Really?
You can see the desk behind the chair in the screen. I mean,
Oh, can you?
okay, we have one vote for stroll, and someone else want to to decide. Like we have 50-50.
Go first come, first serve. So,
Okay,
Al says we're
I'll
going
go
for
with
a
the
stroll.
stroll.
We're going for a
Yeah,
stroll
yeah.
with a cookie.
Imitsu can stay alone.
One thing was certain, I couldn't stay in the classroom. Actually, I just didn't want to listen to Kurasaki's empty chatter for another half hour. More stories about anime, manga, school gossip. New stories every day, all equally meaningless. Not that I don't like Kazak. He's a good friend, but I doubted he could be much of assistance when my mind was occupied with something altogether different from magical girls. I wasn't going to have lunch with Himitsu, but I told Kazak, oh, he lied. It's bad.
Well, if not, you would have breaking his balls and gone with him.
The hallways and schoolyard were all crowded with students. That's when it dawned on me. The roof. The roof was the most popular spot. Wonder why.
Yeah.
I've always seen this in anime where people go to the roof. You can't do that in
Yeah,
American
because they
schools.
don't. Technically, they can't because it's against the rules, and many people jump from there.
But you can't
But
even.
they do.
American schools, you can't even get to the roof.
In Italy, neither.
I quickly stopped by a cafeteria to pick up some rolls and a bottle of milk. Oh, I would do that too. Milk and rolls sound good. And it's just I love the idea they can just hang out on the rooftops like this.
Mm.
The door's hinges badly needed lubrication, screeched horribly as a powerful gust of wind welcomed me up. I was forced to take a step back and grab the stair railing to steady myself. Then I found
Hey.
myself on the roof. The bright sun was blinding, but at least there was no one here. Or was there? At the far end of the roof, a girl was sitting on a bench eating a bento. Oh, here we go.
Again?
She was gazing out into the distance towards the horizon, looking dreamy. I hesitated to approach her, remembering the morning's incident. What was I going to say to her?
Hmm.
The roof seemed too small for both of us at that moment. On the other hand, I looked stupid just standing there. If I turned around now, she would think I was scared. What was there to be afraid of anyway? I approached her
Agree.
slowly and stood nearby. Reluctantly, Iwamura granted me her attention. Apparently, she had been aware of my presence all along, which meant I did the right thing. I remembered how she behaved in the morning after the tussle with those bullies, and after that I was supposed to feel awkward around her? Or guilty? Can I sit here?
No.
Amira shrugged her shoulders and scooted over to one side of the bench. I sat down, opened the bag containing my simple lunch, and glanced furtively at Iwamura's bento. It seemed just as good as Himisu. Ooh, I want a bento now. Well, if Iwamura was really poor, it stood to reason that she knew how to cook. You know, I still felt awkward around her, which was really bugging me.
What?
If I spoke my mind now, was I going to get the same reaction as earlier? I was wondering, why were those jerks after you this morning?
Why do you care?
Oh, Al, I would love that. That would be amazing. Thank you.
Can you make one for me? I want to go. Now, come on.
You're in Italy. You can't have one.
No.
You're in Italy. You can't have one. Okay.
Oh,
How about because I was directly involved in that incident? Had the police been there, I would have gone on the books as an accomplice. Oh, I love spicy tuna. I've never had a rice ball in my life, though, but I'm assuming I'd like it because I've had spicy tuna sushi, but I've never had a rice ball. I actually mentioned that to Rob the other day. We were watching
that
anime
sounds
and they were
good.
passing out rice balls. I'm like, what? Is it just a ball of rice? Is there flavor in there? I don't know. But yeah.
Damn, that's good, Dusty. That's good.
Yeah, sushi. I don't get it often because it's too expensive. So I miss it.
In here we have the all-you-can-eat sushi.
Real?
Like, yeah, like 15 euros. You can go eat whatever you want.
Oh, that too. So I can surprise Rob. Whenever you want to, Al, let me know.
You wouldn't understand.
Maybe
She's
she was
the edgy
right.
one.
I've never been bullied. I don't know the full story, sure, but it seems to me that nothing happens without a reason.
True. Everyone has their own reason. Yeah.
Al likes Italian rice balls. You have rice balls over?
We have? Yes, the arancino. The one fried, right? You mean those? Those are from Sicilia. You call Sicily? In English, they're like bowl of rice with ragu inside, like tomato sauce and all, and it's with grated and put it on the fryer. They are so good.
Oh, you're lucky, Relances. There's no all-you-can-eat sushi anywhere around here. We do have an all-you-can-eat Chinese buffet, but they don't do sushi and stuff like that. It's just,
No, in here we have sushi, Chinese, hot pot places too.
Nice.
It's like, yeah.
We do have some nice restaurants that have sushi here in this city, but I can't afford to go to them.
Nom nom nom.
Boys from Italy make fried rice balls and real nice. Neat. I try to stay away from fried foods because ever since I turned 40, if you fry something and give it to me, I tend to have a long time in the bathroom later, so I'm going to put it. So I have to stay away from fried lately, but
Well, you can do other recipe
need to make
which
more
are
friends.
not fried. We have a lot of recipe. If you want, I can send.
Send me recipes. I'm willing to try stuff.
Oh yeah, I will send you recipe from my old cooking teacher. He's a good chef.
There are laws. I don't know. It's not right.
Laws?
She pulled away from her bento, turned toward me, and looked at me severely.
Laws exist for normal people, not for people like them. True.
Yeah.
Or for people like you.
Did I remind you that I was the one who saved you? Would have sounded inappropriate. I was the one who helped you.
Good.
She said nothing back and resumed eating. You could at least have said thanks.
Thanks.
Said anywhere. Okay, so she's. Now we're getting somewhere. You said that out loud? Yeah, I would have got
Yeah.
upset by that one too. She left her lunchbox closed and stood up briskly from the bread.
Thanks again. Enjoy your meal.
She snapped back
Yeah.
without so much as looking at me
Everyone
and
loves
left.
sour their lunch.
Right, see you later. I muttered to myself quickly, finished my lunch, and left for class.
Mwah. Like,
There's
man,
so,
you have 1 hour.
I will
to
admit,
eat.
there's so much food I've never experienced because
Yeah, she's a kudere. Yeah, that's the term.
what is a kudere?
Oh yeah, they're all different. Like tsundere is like the angry type because like she's embarrassed, she gets angry. The kudere it's like the edgy one, if I remember well. Uh, yeah.
It's like I had my first sushi 7 years ago, believe it or not. Because
Wow.
I grew up in a German family, which is basically meat and potatoes, nothing fancy. And then I married my ex-husband, and he also only wanted meat and potatoes, nothing else. He actually was
Oh.
venomous, never go anything but American cuisine. So I never experienced any of that stuff. So when I ran away from home, the first thing my best friend did was take me to a restaurant here called Masuba, and ordered like 4 different sushi rolls and said, "Try this. I think you're gonna like sushi." And it's one of my loves, but I can't afford it, so I can't tell you the last time I had it.
Mm.
Yeah, basically, it's eat potato seasonings. Expensive food's
Yes,
the worst. Cold when you melt. They're sweet. Ooh.
that's a
Well, you're lucky
kudere.
you know me. If you ever tell me ahead of time, you tell me what ingredients you have and can make stuff for you. Ah, Al, we should go shopping and just make lunch together sometime. That would be nice.
Mm.
Ready waiting for me there. Or breakfast.
So how was lunch with Imitsu-chan?
Fine. Stop lying to your friend. Where was he going with this?
Oh, really? So that was some other Emisu who come looking for you 5 minutes ago.
And you know, she has a twin sister. Her name is Shinjitsu. What a liar this guy is.
Yeah, sure.
That is weird. But I'm sure you can find out because you do just ask them your aunties and stuff for stuff there, Al. But it makes you feel better. My Oma and Opa died when Oma and Opa died when I was 12.
Mm.
So I don't know any German dishes, and every time I try to recreate them, they don't taste like what they had. And Oma never wrote anything down, so there was no recipes left behind when she passed.
Oh.
It was all in her head. So to this day, I've been trying to create German foods that I remember, but I can't. And there's no such thing as a German restaurant to go to. No one does German, so it's something I wish I could figure out. It's like the Sauerbraten's never come out right. You always had to toss it. I made it wrong.
You know, it will never be the same because you have nostalgia. Nostalgia change the taste that you have, and well, changing your taste during the years make it seems different to you. Maybe in the past you like well ingredients a lot, so you find that taste more in the other in
Yeah, that's
amidst
true.
the other things. When you grow up, you're not liking that ingredient that much, so it seems different.
What I need,
Instead, what changes your taste?
what I need is money and a
Well,
trip and
everyone.
a trip to Syracuse, because there's a German butcher there that has been there since way for like 50 years, where my grandparents would take me when I was little to get certain German meats. I want to go there with money and get that so I can recreate my childhood and show my children what I have. But who can afford to go to Syracuse and go shopping at a butcher? Not me. But that's what I would like to do someday. It's called
Yeah.
Steigerwald's. But let's find out about this long lost sister here. I swear, he misses the good one, Synergist is the evil one, or the other way around. You got very lucky, by the way, because her superpower is sucking the souls out of fat and excessive curious otaku. Oh, Nikolai, that's so mean. Oh,
Whatever, man. Damn.
Saki
He
sounded
sounded
offended. And
offended.
well, of
Maybe he
course
was.
he did. Just playing the nicest character. The school day was coming to a close. Worn-out students had started counting off the minutes, but there's still one more class to go. Yumitsu stopped in during the break to remind me that we agreed to go shopping after school. At first, I had trouble figuring out what she was even talking about. The teacher was trying unsuccessfully to call the class to attention, but most students were ignoring him. I mean, a lot of students at the school were generally invested in their education and keen to learn, but a good half only sat through the lessons for the sake of their prestigious diploma. Why worry about
Yeah.
trivialities like grades or attentions when your whole life is planned out for you decades in advance?
Oh,
Settle
that's
down.
yeah.
Yeah, the
That's a
teacher.
thing that happened a lot in Japan. That actually leads to all the mental trouble and mental
That's
health.
actually part of the reasons why I never went to college. My parents planned out early what I was going to go to school for, and they planned all my
Genius.
classes. Senior year, I had no lunch. I had so many college classes packed in. Not high school, college classes. So by the time I
Damn.
graduated, I had like 5 or 6 credits, but I was so burned out. And my parents picked the college I would go to, and I told them
Mm.
I didn't want to be a veterinarian. I didn't want to do these things, but they said I had to because my they planned my sisters too, and because we needed all to be wealthy,
Man.
not poor, so we had to do these things. And the first week I went to college, my roommate kicked me out every day to have sex with her boyfriend, and I ended up having to sleep in the common quad. And I told my parents what's going on,
No.
and they're like, "No, you have to do that anyway." So I ran away from college and ran away from home at that point, and that started me on this trend of where that's part of my backstory that
Mhm.
people don't know about. And that's where my ex-husband swooped in and said, "Don't worry, we'll get you an apartment. You'll get a job. I'll help pay for it. I'll take care of you the rest of your life." And it was a trap for 29 years. So there's some backstory about me you guys probably didn't need to know. But we're going to keep going with the story, shall we? Yeah, it's a lot of women. I don't know if I can keep track of all these women. Regrettably, he could not yell at them. All right, if you don't come down, you're not going to find out that we have a new girl joining us today.
Oh
Another
my.
girl! Instantly, the classroom plunged into silence broken by a few whispers. A new
I'm
student?
gonna bet there will be at least 5 girls.
Oh no. In the
I'm
middle
gonna
of the
bet
year?
on it.
Is she cute, I wonder? I was particularly excited. I was used to their constant gossiping. I couldn't care less if the class gained another student, since I didn't know the existing ones very well to begin with. Come in. A subdued murmur whipped through the classroom. I felt too lazy to even lift my head. But then I felt a strong shove in the back. Hey! I turned around and looked at Kiyosaki. He sat there, mouth ajar. Who knew could be that even those overprivileged children would act like that? I faced the blackboard. The classroom was a
Uh,
whirlwind of scarlet cherry petals. Uh-oh. Here comes the
oh
one
my.
from his past? Does anyone really find
Probably.
them beautiful? But how? Why? Flashback
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
time! Oh, nope, there she is.
She's cute.
The girl from my visions. This visitor from the past was standing just a few meters away from me. Well, go ahead and introduce yourself.
My
Go ahead.
name is Catherine Winters. Actually, I know a few people here already.
She quickly surveyed the classroom without pausing on anyone in particular.
I look forward to studying with you.
Yeah, the cat's always... there's always a cat relaxes. You just have to look at the cat.
Yeah.
She delivered the store to the standard Japanese greeting. Catherine Winters. So official. She had always been just Katja to me. Yep, this is his love.
Yeah. Yeah.
She was the one with who I had watched the petals fall. Then she moved away. She just left and never really gave a reason. This is the reason why he's so morose. It's this one. She left me alone, breaking my heart and shattering my dreams. There's no Pat the streamer? What? No, you pat the cat around here. You pat the cat. Why
No,
would
there
you
is
wanna-
like add-on
There-
like the dog who dance, and it's like instead of the dog, it's like petting the
Yeah,
webcam.
I was gonna say to pat the streamer. If you're a subscriber, there's a pat the streamer remote, and there that Tangia there. Oh, you want to come over here? Tangia also has a pat the streamer. There we go. How about a bit?
Cinder.
Hi. I guess I'm doing this now. I should have been mad. I should have
With the
hated her even, but I
petals.
couldn't.
It's beautiful with the petals in the background, a
Yes.
cinder in the front.
How disgustingly trite and hackneyed it all was. Like I've been trapped inside a second-rate Suju manga?
Shoujo.
Saujo. Now she's needed glittering sparkles around her face and wispy clouds in the background. Yeah, see, Val's got the pat. See, there's the pat, Dusty.
Yeah.
Saujo.
Shoujo. See?
Oh.
Shoujo.
Okay, 1 second. I gotta move cat cam and my water bottle.
Love you. She's actually saying how we have to pronounce it. And thank you because I translate. I
Al's
tell
wonderful.
it when.
I don't know. Cat
Yeah,
cam might be a little too close up. I'm waiting for it, but there's nothing I wasn't used to.
Wait, Cinder has a bow.
No. That's his collar. It's got a little tag.
Okay.
I rub my eyes and pinch myself hard. I feel bad. They actually had outfits for Christmas, and I forgot to put them in it. So next year at Christmas, they'll have to wear their little bandanas. I forgot.
Ooh.
They don't have anything for New Year's, though. The New Year's stream, they'll be there, but I rub my eyes and pinch myself hard. I wanted to get them bow ties, but I couldn't afford the bow ties. They were too expensive. Not a dream. Oh, this is you.
Hey Nick, why is she back? Do you know something? Why didn't she say anything? In elementary,
class.
you studied Japanese?
There was Wait, that couldn't have been here in this city. I've never heard it. They don't teach stuff. So you were someplace else. So I don't know, bare minimum plus anything that you are the biggest weave of CNY, and I love you for that. Because like it was prattling on annoyingly behind my back, my world had contracted into a dark tunnel with me at one end, immersed in total darkness, and her at the other, bathed in light. Except that waiting for me at the other end was surely no paradise. Oh, Catholic school, that's right. I don't. I've only did public because there was growing up where I grew up. There was no such thing as Catholic school. There was just one school, and all the farm area went to the one school. And it was so many different towns that went to it. Yeah. Back then, we didn't have the housing tracks and all that stuff. It was farm. Meanwhile, the teacher showed Catherine to her desk. And the Catholic school is why you still go to therapy. I would say public school does too, though, because like back in the 80s, anyway, the teacher was just like a nun. She would hit us with rulers, and public school back then had the same bullying that I would think a Catholic school did. Not allowed to do that now, though. Thank God. The teacher showed Catherine to her desk. She walked past me without so much as a glance.
I can say that not only in America, in Italy too, we all need therapy.
Yeah.
For how the school system is.
Yeah. I would say so. Things are better because I used to be the class mom and stuff, and the way they do things now is 100% better than what it was when I was a kid.
True. At least now, if something happens, the teacher will watch and act. In the past, they minded their own business in the past.
Yep, exactly. But can we get therapy? No, because my insurance doesn't cover it. I was at a loss for words. Was I supposed to jump in the middle of the lesson and scream, doing? My classmates' initial sounds would fade away in the meantime. Many did, in fact, know Catherine. She'd been a student at the school before. The rest probably just hadn't expected to see a foreigner. After all, there weren't that many of them, even at our school. I doubt they consider me a foreigner, that is, if they're aware of my existence at all. Go take a shower. We'll be here, because I think, right? Yeah, we're doing 3 hours today, so.
Yeah, we still have 1 hour and 11 minutes.
Big yawn. I meant is it Katya or Katya? Katya?
Katya.
Katya, my first year of high school.
It's
Somehow
like
we ended up
Equatya.
dating.
Similar.
She and I, rather incredible. Her mother had been working in Japan for quite some time, same as my parents. Time passed, everything seemed to be going well. Then one day Katya told me we could no longer be together. Something about her mother getting transferred. I could probably accept that story. I could forgive and forget. But didn't it hurt her even a little? What was I, just a coworker? Someone you could simply cut ties with when you transferred to another office? Why, we should have had an office farewell party. I should have stocked up on gifts. I'm sorry. Goodbye now. Cold, hollow, everyday words. Ooh. After all that, she was going to just show up in my class? Nice to meet you. I look forward to studying with you. Seriously? Was there not another school in all of goddamn Tokyo? I couldn't believe it. But still, somewhere deep inside me, an ember of hope remained. What if she came back because of me? And that's the reason she's here right now. Right, hope
I
springs
think
eternal.
no.
I think no.
Neither.
I was watching
I
the
wouldn't
seconds
bet
go
money
by
on it.
slowly on the clock. Talk to her. I had to talk to her. Oh no, this is when his not girlfriend's gonna show. Oh no. The bell at last.
Itakari.
I woke up
Itamini.
the courage and she floated right past me, heading for the door. Had I been too slow, too indecisive? What did it matter now?
Hey, Nick, are you asleep or what?
Suki's words seemed to come from afar, as if from another world. But what was I going to say to her? Hi, long time no see. How are things? Anyway, why didn't she approach me first? Was she scared? Shy? Nonsense. That wasn't like Katya at all. And she must not have wanted to talk. I knew her too well. Kaisuke was shaking me frantically, muttering something. I was ignoring him.
Nico-kun.
A new voice.
Nico-kun.
Me too. This is going to be bad because he's dating and not dating her, and the other. Oh, this is going to be bad. Lifted my eyes and looked
No,
somewhere
he's
past
not
her.
dating anyone.
He,
Help Nico-kun, do you read me? Read me?
Yep. I snapped back to reality. Yeah, what is it?
You've forgotten again, haven't you?
She was pouting comically.
I knew you would, so I decided to come to fetch you.
What does she want with me? Fetch me? What for? Alright, we made some kind of plan. But what did that matter now? Catherine had left and she was moving further away with each passing second. Maybe the distance between us now was far greater than all the miles of the Pacific Ocean. But I had no idea what I was going to say to her. I had long been secretly hoping to get over her, to let go and move on with my life. And now this. Regardless, I had to make a decision. If I was going to run after her, I had to get going.
Oh
All right.
no!
Do we go after Catherine, or do we do nothing? And
I think Catherine is good more good looking than Amity.
I don't care about the good looking. It's just he made a date
And
with
the
her.
story, we have to say the story too. Like,
He
come
made
on,
he made
you
a
don't
date.
even say hi.
He made a date, but he loves. Yeah, I think we're gonna run after Catherine.
Yeah, run.
What the hell was I still doing here? Sorry, I have to go. I said quickly, jumped up and rushed for the exit. Hallway, stairs, steps flying by. Lockers. Changed my shoes, no time. I bumped into someone. He'll live. Schoolyard. Gate. Outside. Cars. People. Oh, there goes Cat Cam.
No.
Somebody walked by and he stood taking a look. Means I can sit properly though. I was sitting very wrong there for a second.
You have to sit
I looked
right. Because
No,
if not, you will be
looked
hurting
left.
your back.
Catherine was standing next to the school fence looking sidelong at me with indifference. It took me a few moments to catch my breath.
There was absolutely no need to rush.
She said coldly.
Don't be surprised. I knew you'd run after me.
What else was I supposed to do? That wasn't at all how I wanted to begin the conversation. When you dash off after all these years. There's a Spiro in chat.
It's only been a year and a half.
I guess, but still, you could have said something. A simple hello at least.
Let's clear something up right away. If you think that I've come back because of you, you're mistaken.
Why then?
That's none of your business.
Catherine frowned. If that's the case, why did you choose this school?
Why not? I studied here before, and it's a prestigious school.
I was forced to acknowledge the logic in her words. On the other hand, Tokyo had more than one decent private school. Either way, she was sneering at me. I was starting to lose my temper. You could have at least said a word or two. You're acting like there was never anything between us.
There wasn't. Oh, that hurt.
She replied unruffled. I felt completely deflated. Had Catherine always been this cold and cruel and I never noticed? Had she been toying with me and my feelings and tossed me aside like an out-of-style blouse she'd gotten bored of? Katya, don't be like this.
Don't call me Katya.
She never did like it when I called her that, although she had never given a reason. It certainly had nothing to do with the US-Soviet relations. Alright, Miss Catherine, would you kind of explain what's going on? She frowned more deeply. Catherine-san? Maybe this wasn't the best time to try to be witty. Catherine suddenly turned around and was about to leave. Oh, without thinking I grabbed her arm. Wait!
Let go, or I'm going to scream.
I just want to talk. Do you really think I'm going to believe this garbage?
I don't care if you believe it or not.
Then who are you waiting for here? What if I hadn't come running?
There was no change of that happening.
She answered more calmly and stopped trying to pull away. I let go of her arm.
I know you.
Ah, so you do know me after all, because earlier you were saying there was nothing between us.
It's all in the past. I'm here now because I have to come back. My mother got sent to Japan again.
I get it. All I want is to talk, to understand.
What? Am I supposed to justify myself to you?
Maybe you are. To be honest, this wasn't the first time we'd argued like this. Maybe before I just hadn't thought much of the fact that something is par for the course. Youngsters' quarrels are soon mended, huh? Only later after Catherine had left me had I started to reflect and analyze. What if she saw things differently? What if every one of our fights had caused her stress and anguish? But even if that was the case, it was no excuse for acting the way she was now. If you're through with me, then at least be consistent. How do you know I haven't started a new life here? Maybe I never expected to see you again. And now you show up, you don't want to talk, yet you'll always be around. That's an interesting state of affairs, like a rope around my neck. I know how it's going to be. I'll have to constantly endure silent glares from you, even if they don't mean anything. Catherine was going to say something, but I continued. Then I'll start to feel guilty from your silent shaming. You said yourself you know me, so you have to understand. And after all this, you're going to insist there's nothing going on, that you don't need to explain anything to me?
You can think whatever you want.
Oh my god, she's so mean. Okay, I see. So
Yeah.
we're going to feign innocence now, are we? How long have I been yelling, I wondered. Past students glanced at me warily. The girls whispered amongst each other while the guys looked on in disbelief. After everything, are you really going to tell me there's nothing between us? Nothing now and never will be? The last part was clearly too much. I blew out everything I'd been weighing down on my chest. Was I really hoping that we could get back together? I must have been. There was no point in lying to myself. But it was one thing to hold out hope when Catherine was in another country thousands of miles away, and quite another when she's standing in front of me, treating me like I was a public enemy. She put on a barely perceptible smile, but I could see the contempt in her eyes. I just think I deserve an explanation.
There's no point in explaining anything to you.
Catherine remarked in parting. Oh, the poor guy.
Look at that! What I can't say those words, but she's a very big bee. Really big.
In 3 minutes, we have another ad. If you're new to the stream, it's only 3 minutes of ads, and then we're back for the final hour. Whatever, this isn't done yet. We're in the same class now. A girl told her friend not to look my way as the two walked past. Oh, to hell with it. I hissed under my breath on my way home. Think she's so special? I've seen better. I was angry at Catherine. Really angry. We had quarreled before, but this time she treated me like dirt. If there was ever a good time to purge it from my heart, wasn't it now? A bunch of boisterous middle schoolers ran past me. One of the boys caught me lightly with his shoulder and said, "Sorry, Oni-san." As in, dude, man, Uncle, Gramps. Did I really look that old? Well, the way I've been reasoning just now, I wonder how long I'd be able to hold a grudge against Catherine. Would I forget again and revert to idolized image that clearly did not match the girl I'd just been arguing with at the school gates? School system needs an update from 20 years ago, if not sooner. Yeah. Maybe even 40.
or
Wow.
more.
This
We
is
can say,
1987 Japan. It's different. Only after getting home was I able to calm down a bit.
yeah, it's like 87, but it's like it's right now. Didn't change.
I will say one thing: the console on the floor in the image, right there,
Yeah.
that didn't exist in the 80s.
Well, there is
That's
inconsistency. We can say.
that's not an Atari. I spent the rest of the day trying futilely not to think about Catherine. If I continued like this, I was going to lose my mind. Every 5 minutes, the phone rang. I didn't pick up because I knew it was Kiyosaki. That's probably Hametsu, though. Who else would be calling me?
Mhm.
When it came to that crazy Otoko, I was lucky he wasn't pounding on my door. In the end, I unplugged the phone. Yeah,
Eh,
back then, that's all we
that's
had to
not
do. We
safe.
just reach and unplug it and just let it be. Because the phone was on the wall. I tried to keep myself distracted with TV and video games, but they got boring quickly. I even did some homework for a change. Played the bass for a
Like,
bit. He's a bass guitar player. Fixed myself a simple dinner.
no, you. If someone who plays the bass hear you say that it's the same, they will get angry.
Oh, jeez. Needless to say, I would rather
Yeah,
have
really?
Himitsu's cookies. You cannot want Himitsu's cooking if you don't want her, dude. That's mean.
Yeah.
Busy. You stood her up. Nothing was under any boxes making meals on a daily basis, but I was used to it. Thinking about it, I realized that my habits had become an integral part of my life to the point where they started to make center stage in it. Catherine's appearance was threatening to throw everything off balance. I was like I'd grown senile and flabby in the past year and a half, to the point where I craved stability above all. But why did I need chaos in my life if nothing good was going to come of it anyway?
True.
Suddenly, the doorbell rang. It was probably Himitsu, but at this hour, slowing my way to the door, but halfway a thought struck me. Why would Himitsu need to use the bell? Oh no.
Like, no, like, oh, at this hour,
Then it
man,
had to be
she called you at
Kiyosaki,
3
although it
a.m.
was definitely late for him. The evening routine for my well-fed friend was anime followed by bed. But whatever. Who's at the door?
Don't tell me it's Catherine.
But there was nobody at the door at all. Oh, somebody rang the door and then left.
What the hell?
I looked around and walked outside, but the street was empty. Stupid pranksters! Yet someone had definitely been here, as on the way back I discovered a note on the doorstep. Ooh, this is
Ooh,
getting good. There's a
another
note.
stalker.
The note read, Nikolai-san, be careful. You're in grave danger. Certain very powerful people linked to your father are after you. This is not a prank or a hoax. Whoa, back up. I think
What?
ads are going right now, right? I can't see because you're a mod. Are ads going? Because this is kind of important stuff.
I don't know how. Ah!
No, ad break just started.
can
This
they-
is how we went into ad break. A bombshell.
Wow, it's like.
So here
it's like
he's got a
Yakuza?
girl that he's not with but is there like a wife. He's got a girlfriend that he wants but doesn't want him. And now
Yeah.
he's in danger because powerful people are after his link to the dad. Wait, does that mean the dad and mom are separated?
No, because he was talking about like. He didn't say nothing about his parents.
Yeah, because the parents aren't here. That's all. They're not here.
No, please don't tell me. Like, he comes from Russia, he goes to Japan, now there are bad people after him. It's not like he's from a Yakuza, like, from like
the Russian mafia.
Russian mafia, and then the Japanese mafia is called Yakuza. Wouldn't it be that?
I don't know. This story
There
just
is
got
possibility,
interesting.
though.
Here, I thought this was just going to be a normal
Me too.
romance, but now we've got threats.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've just got distracted by a Cinder again.
Cinder. I love Cinder. Cutie.
Today, so you must be in with the kids. Hi, Cinder. You're just going to stare at the camera with your little nose? No?
Look at you! How cute it is!
He's my cuddle bug.
Hi.
Just remember, cats are aloof creatures and don't like people.
Technically.
I was
Admit there
actually
is
told that by someone the other day. They're like, I don't like cats. They're aloof creatures. They don't like people. Meanwhile, looking at my lap, are you sure about that? you sure about that? We got 59 seconds before the ad break ends, and then we'll get back to the story. We'll just keep petting Cinder for 54 seconds. We could do that.
Look, there is even the how to
Angel.
call the emoji, the emoticon. Look at that. How cute. I can't deal with him. It's so cute.
He is such a good boy.
Oh, yes, he is. Oh my
Loves
God.
his head to be petted. That's his favorite thing, is his head.
Mm-hmm.
That's your favorite
I love
thing.
his face, so he's so cute in his face. Oh, look at him. I become stupid. My IQ goes lower and lower every time I see him there. I become stupid.
If I could, I'd have Cinder plushies for everyone, but I can't. I do have Cinder
Oh, yeah.
merchandise, but they're drawings of them. All right, Community is back, so we held the story because holy cow, we got a twist. A note.
I have a theory. I
He doesn't
told
believe it.
to everyone who's here.
Next in order would be a busty magical girl in my living room ready to obey my every command.
Wow.
So basically, he thinks the letter is this note is from Kiyosaki as a joke. I shouted, "This isn't funny! And why bring my dad into this? My parents. The incident. They
died!
Ooh! They fled the Soviet Union when I was 7. In Japan, they worked as regular engineers at Kobayashi Corporation. After they passed, I had the option of going back to the USSR to live with my relatives, but I ended up staying since I lived in Japan most of my life. So that's why he's alone. My father's friends had helped take care of the legal formalities while his bank account kept me from starving. Kayosuke? I called out less confidently this time. The only reply I got was from a neighbor who barked something about it being nighttime and my yelling. Well, maybe it wasn't Kayosuke. But then who? The note was a joke. Its author had failed, to deliver the punchline. And what if there was a simpler explanation? What if it was for real? I twiddled the note between my fingers. It was an ordinary piece of notebook paper carefully clipped. The words were Japanese, written in steady hand, although spelling left something to be desired. Why write by hand at all, I wondered. Wouldn't it have been simpler to type out the message? Or in a pinch, clip words from a newspaper and assemble the note that way like in those cheesy crime shows? At least I never let Kayosuke out. I would have recognized his handwriting. You are in grave danger, linked to your father. What if if those punks, just because their parents were loaded, didn't mean they had A's in Japanese? Or maybe Elisama's servants had decided to take revenge for the cafeteria incident? No, that's ridiculous. Ultimately, who would bother with a regular Japanese student? And why now of all times? Right on the heels of Catherine's return, too. To be honest, I couldn't remember how good Catherine's Japanese grades were. I couldn't remember her handwriting either, but I knew she spent considerably less time in Japan than I. Catherine had been decent but not straight A student after a year and a half without practice. Anyway, she was a prime suspect now. Didn't even occur to ask why. Her motives had stopped making sense to me long ago. Either way, I'd try to find some answers at school tomorrow. But now it was time for bed. I hadn't felt so worn out at the end of the day in a long time.
Damn.
Yeah. So they said they were engineers, but what if they weren't? And why did they both die? But sleep.
Maybe there
wouldn't
are.
come.
Look, 80s, Russia,
That's the
engineers,
Cold War.
maybe some kind of
Bomb.
war. Like, yeah, the Cold War was in the
That's
80s,
the
right?
Cold. Yep, but that was the Cold
May-
War. We were always afraid of the
Maybe they
Russians
had
bombing us.
information
So we'll
and they
see.
fled.
But sleep wouldn't come. I kept tossing and turning, getting mad at myself for it. Meanwhile, the clock ticked past midnight. I flinched and perked my ears up again. I'd imagine it. Not again. I jumped out of bed, eye scanning the room for anything I could use to defend myself. The base wouldn't
The
do.
Belgian. No, it costs too much.
I walked up to the door on stiff legs and asked in a shaky voice, "Who is it?"
Nico-kun!
You means to at midnight? Breathe a sigh of relief and opened the door.
Do you know what time? Ah, no,
Oh, that's fine.
it's
Do you know
you.
what time it is? Sorry. Okay.
But your phone was off.
Well, yeah, he unplugged it. So, is there a reason to turn up here in the dead of night?
No, but I tried calling several times. I want to know if you were going to school tomorrow. And that's why you break the balls of someone?
I'm so concerned about my attendance. You shouldn't wake me up in the middle of the night.
drunk. I'm sorry.
Suddenly I felt bad. Kimitsu was just being herself while I was taking my problems out on her. She wasn't the one who brought Catherine back or left the note. No, it's my fault. She should be apologizing. It's been an awful day. I mean, it's been a tough day, very busy, and I was already asleep. Trying to sleep at any rate.
Okay, I'll be going then.
Good night. She shut the door behind her and returned to bed. If today was tough, what would tomorrow be like?
Hell. Probably.
Probably not a good thing, that's for certain.
Mhm.
August 9th. I don't remember what day we were before, how many days have passed.
1.
100 bells chimed with 100 melodies in my head announcing the morning. In that medley was the cheerful chirping of the birds, construction on a neighboring street, the boisterous shouts of street vendors, the damn fan that hadn't quit humming for a second, grumpy mumbling of something close by, and the fixed gaze of large green eyes, the pouting lips, and the two red brains. Hold on. This already happened before. Jumped out of bed, staring below the humidity and blowing. Jeez, here. Hi, TJ. What day is it today?
It was beautiful. What day is today, Leroy Jenkins? Tuesday.
She replied, frightened.
It's Saturday. What's wrong?
Tuesday, huh? All right, then Tuesday it is then. I scanned the room meticulously. The open notebook I tried doing my homework in the night before was still in the same spot, which meant that everything was fine. It just felt like tomorrow hadn't come.
What do you mean?
And the game was asking what day it is, TJ. Well, like when you wake up and today is still yesterday, like in a sci-fi novel.
You read too many of those. I agree.
Things did seem to be running their normal course, except I now became aware of a peculiar smell. I sniffed the air. Is that?
Yeah, yes. Well, I prepared breakfast ahead of time.
Big
Did
pot of
she make?
borscht.
Yeah!
Oh, she made the borscht, sat on the stove. I gotta look up what borscht is. Good lord, but why?
Did you ask for some yesterday?
No, I didn't. I just mentioned it in passing. It was a joke,
Well, you know what?
she said menacingly.
You're going to have it. You have to eat this joke now.
Soup for breakfast. Now that was certainly unorthodox. Oh, it's a soup. You must have had outdone
it's
herself this time.
from Ukraine. I checked before. It's from Ukraine.
Because yesterday I said something about foie gras in 1972 Chateau Margaux. Would that be awaiting me now too? In any case, the borscht tasted good. Granted, it wasn't exactly traditional recipe.
Well,
Musa was sitting across from me, looking at me intently. Why aren't you eating?
I'm waiting to hear what you think. Did she put poison in it?
It's delicious.
Really?
She didn't believe me. Yes, really. Why wouldn't it be? Musa tried the borscht.
True enough. Now, don't you dare complain about my cooking again.
When did I complain? You just don't get my humor.
I do get it.
I thought it was just some lighthearted banter, but Musa didn't look at her herself. Every so often, a shadow sadness passed over her face. Did something happen?
No, what about you?
What about me? At that moment, the events of the previous day flashed before my eyes. Surprise awakening, the borscht had temporarily made me forget about Catherine and the note. Kiriyosaki must already told Himisu everything. Everything's fine, just a bit unexpected. Don't worry, I'll be alright.
Good, if you say so.
She smiled.
Let's go, or we'll be late for school. In silence.
Exchanged only a few words along the way. Somehow we just couldn't find a suitable subject for conversation. I didn't want to tell Himisu about the note just yet, and she probably hadn't had anything happen to her overnight that was worth sharing. Sure, I could have talked about some random stuff, but that wasn't my thing.
or meaningful
Finally, we
conversation or
reached the
nothing.
school. No incidents today, I hope. I hemmed. All right, see you.
Don't sleep in class.
Yusa smiled and headed for her classroom. Okay, now I had to think of a way to snag Catherine's notebook without anyone noticing. Hope she'd written something in it. Oh yeah, because he wants to compare the handwriting. Preferably in
Yeah.
Japanese. I was walking down the hallway, lost in thought, when someone called my name. Uh-oh.
Anokin-kun, hold in there.
School principal. What was his name? Yes, Kiyama-sensei, what is it?
Follow me to my office, please.
What class is about to start? I processed like this sort of thing was something new to me.
It won't take long.
A wiry-old man in his 70s, maybe older, Kiyama-sensei was obviously cloyingly polite and cold. On top of that, he dressed and carried himself in a strictly European manner. I've always been shocked by how devoted some Japanese people were to the Western lifestyle and culture. I could think of any number of sayings on the subject along the lines of, to thine own self be true. Though here this becomes something of a tradition in its own right. This was, after all, an elite school. What's the issue exactly?
Anokin-kun, please come along.
Naturally, he wasn't going to reprimand me in the middle of the hallway in view of the entire school, was he? Hi, Hunter. How are you doing today?
Hi.
We went to his office, but someone was already there.
Oh no.
Ah, well, it was Oiji-sama herself. Sitting next to the principal's desk was, in fact, Ellie-sama.
Oh, the board from yesterday.
You seemed equally surprised to see me here. Yesterday's cafeteria incident came back to me in vivid detail. The madam did give me a kerchief in the end to wipe myself, and I tossed it into the dirty laundry at home. Whoops, I need to return it.
Let me guess. You're a frequent visitor here?
Today we finished CopyCat, and now we're doing a new story, and Val and I are having fun. I'm glad your day's been good.
Yeah. And now, if you hear me talk strangely, it's because it's not my first language, so I talk bad.
Talk fine. Well, I certainly didn't expect to find myself groveling at your Grace's feet today.
That will be all, Kobayashi-san. Kobayashi.
That last name sounded familiar. It's the name of the corporation, you idiot.
Yeah!
Ellie bade the principal a polite farewell and walked past me, shooting me an angry look.
So, Anokin-kun, do you know why you're here?
I've got a couple of theories. Principal sighed and gave me a sad look from behind his glasses.
Anokin-kun, I understand that Japanese culture is an alien to you, but here at this school we have students of every nationality. We endeavor to provide all of them with the best opportunities. In return, we expect an appropriate level of respect and adherence to the school rules. I think you have enough to understand this, especially considering your situation.
My situation. Let's not make this personal now.
No, what I meant was...
Barris removed his glasses, began wiping them slowly with a special cloth.
I meant to say that we have no distinction between our students. The rules are the same for everyone.
I understand.
In that case, you must also understand that you can't just skip classes for no reasons. Like, of all the things, I think that skipping classes
it wasn't
is the
the fight or anything. He put his glasses back on and gave me a hard look.
And speaking of your attendance record,
I understand.
If you understand, why do you keep skipping classes? Do you know who sponsored our school?
I shrugged.
Kobayashi Corporation. This name does mean something to you, does it not? The company's president himself is chairman of all school board's trustees. The centuries-old tradition.
At that point, I tuned him out.
I tuned it out.
Kobayashi Corporation, Kobayashi Ellie. Things were adding up. Interesting. I wondered, would she still be in school queen if she had been born in an ordinary family?
No.
A family like Imana's, for instance.
Oh no, King Kun. What does that smear for? What does smear for? Did I say something funny?
And stuff down, didn't mean to.
Hmm?
I just knocked stuff down on my desk. I'm very sorry, Kiri-san-say. That will happen again. I bowed to the ground.
Alright, that's enough.
The old man apparently hadn't been expecting this degree of repentance from me. I've seen the error of my ways, and I promise it will never happen again. I don't believe that.
Well, that's the most important thing, the fact that you understand and don't let this happen again. Let it happen again, sorry. Very well, go now, or you'll be late for class.
Thank you very much, I'm going now. So we pulled him out of class to tell him not to be late for class.
Yeah, like,
I formally took my leave and marched out of his office. So why didn't you tell me this Ellie-sama of yours is a Kobayashi? There were still a couple minutes left before the beginning of the lesson.
I did tell you.
No, you didn't. You said her grandfather was the chairman of the board of the trustees if I was supposed to know who the chairman is.
That's the problem. You never know anything. Anyway, why do you ask?
I got called in the principal's office just now.
For skipping class?
See, he even knew. Why
Everyone.
else? At the moment the bell rang.
Dun, dun.
Only now did I remember Catherine. Her seat was behind me, so I couldn't watch her constantly. Was she writing anything down? How was I going to grab her notebook unnoticed anyway? Surprisingly, I had hardly at all anxious. Sleep had cleared my mind. I found the whole situation more intriguing than troubling. The closing bell finally rang. Catherine got up and left the classroom. This was my chance. I slowly approached her desk, trying to look as inconspicuous as possible. I glanced around. My classmates were all minding their own business. I leaned down and opened the notebook, flipping through the pages. No, the handwriting was completely different. But how? Why? Sure, some issues with Japanese characters, but this was obvious. Catherine did not write yesterday's note. Oh, he just got caught. He just got caught. I stood at attention. Caught, exposed, disgraced.
Go to the teacher's room with Iwamura-san and bring the prints out of for the next lesson.
Oh, he didn't get caught. Oh, good. That was close.
Yeah.
I looked at Iwana. She stood nearby, staring indifferently out the window. Right now, I only wanted to get out of the classroom as quickly as possible. Oh, hi. Well, should we get going?
I can go alone.
She didn't even look in my direction. We were told to go together.
I'll manage by myself.
Under different circumstances, I would have gladly agreed with her. Listen, I understand it all, but I've already been to the principal's office today, and I'm not burning with a desire to go back.
Sweep yourself.
Amara shrugged and headed toward the door.
Like, what?
The hallways were unexpectedly empty. It was as if the students were hiding away in anticipation of something. Amara walked in silence. This is how she was acting after I defended her a day earlier? The awkward silence desperately demanded conversation to break it. So do you have to do this often? I couldn't think of anything better to say. She raised her eyes and looked at me in surprise. That was a first, so I achieved the desired effect after all.
Well, of course, I'm the class president.
Oh yeah, right, sorry. Silence again. Just that we've never really talked, I don't even know your first name.
Why do you need to?
It's only natural. Here I'm Nikolai. This visibly embarrassed Iwamura, who seemed to be hesitating with her answer. In Japanese culture, addressing someone by their first name is a sign of close, possibly vulgar familiarity. This is especially true in our case. I didn't know that. Again, this is the 80s, though.
No. It's still like this today. They don't call you by name. Only if you're like a very close friends, or you're together with them, or you're part of the family. If not, they always call you by surname. Always. Not even a nickname.
Didn't bother with all these conventions.
Kagome.
She said quietly. What, really? A loud burst of laughter escaped my lips, swinging several passing girls who went as far around us as they could.
What's so funny?
Igomi frowned. Nothing, it's just, well, you know, it's a weird name. That's not nice.
No weirder than yours.
Wait, what's wrong with my name? It's a normal name. Nikolai. Nicholas if you prefer. Nick.
You're all the same.
She was starting to get worked up, it seemed. Who's we? Gaijin?
No, the local morons.
How rude. Hikumi snorted and turned away. Listen, do you have a problem with me?
I think you have a problem.
Oh, really? And what is it? I'm curious.
Who's that new foreigner? Yeah.
Yep, yeah, that's right. I opened my mouth in surprise.
I'm
Why would she be asking about that? Why?
You've been staring at her non-stop for 2 days now.
Have you been spying?
I'd have to be blind not to notice. She was right, though.
He responded unfazed. That's really none of your business.
Of course it's not.
Hikumi smirked.
But neither is my life any of yours. So why are you prying?
You had a point?
She had a point, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Someone used to know, say two used to date, so you don't know her. I'm in so much trouble with this character. We probably should do the most honest answer.
But like, Katya, she was saying like they didn't date.
She did. She admitted that they did at the end. So I'm gonna go with that.
Yeah.
We were in a relationship at one point. Kane's facial expression was hard to read, and she remained silent. Why'd you bring her up anyway?
It's not every day that we have a new student in our class. It's such striking foreigners of that.
Cam is moving back. He decided my lap is no longer where it wants to be.
Today, Cinder is moving everywhere.
I'm a foreigner too, you know. She looked me up and down and snickered and said,
Yeah, sure.
I knew it. Not only would my face not pass the Japanese, but now I'm being denied the title of a proper Gaijin as well. Are you always like this? I was starting to lose my temper.
We have arrived. Wait here.
Just in time, too, before I could open my mouth. Taking me went into the teacher's room. Before I knew it, she was back with a large stack of paper. Carrie. Oh my god. She's so rude. What? All of it?
Yeah.
I don't see any way to carry the heat comfortably. What did we each carry now?
Didn't you yourself volunteer to come along?
No, I didn't. The teacher sent me, if you recall.
Fine, give it here.
Megami attempted to take all the papers from me at once. No way, that won't do either. Which of us look more pathetic now? Spurred on by wounded pride, I walked fast. The return trip took considerably less time. I dropped the mountain of papers onto the teacher's desk with a thud while Kagami took her seat and returned to her usual window gazing. I guess no one deserves to be bullied, but man, I can almost understand those punks from yesterday. Judging by the clock, the bell was less than a minute away. Catherine's desk was empty. I turned to Michael, who sat next to her.
Oh.
Did Catherine? The new girl, did she go somewhere?
Don't know. Wasn't really paying attention. Why?
Never mind, no reason. Bummed to sit down at my desk. Could she have somehow noticed that I opened her notebook? No way, Catherine wasn't even in the classroom at the time. Did someone tell her? How long ago did she leave?
I'm telling you, I don't know.
You talk about the new girl, I think she went to see the principal. Classmate overheard our conversation. Thanks! The chair beneath me felt like it was on fire. That's how badly I wanted to run after her. But to what end? What was I going to tell her? As the bell sounded, my feet seemed to acquire a will of their own. They carried me to the door, then past the teacher and out into the hallway. He's skipping class again! Turned the corner to run and stopped. What in the hell am I doing? Why all this? The school had gone silent, frozen still as though in awe of the escapable might of pure knowledge. Slowly tiptoeing through the empty hallways towards the principal's office. If I were to run in one of the teachers now, I would have to explain myself all over again. On the other hand, it would be no better if I showed up at his office myself. Speaking of which, here I was. Pressing her to the door, but no sound was coming from the other side. Either they were playing the silent game or Catherine wasn't there. So what next? It was too late to go back to class. He just
You
said
just got yelled at because of
and
skipping
he said he
class
would
and you
never do it
got
again. One of the empty hallways didn't even notice how I ended up in the old wing. Our school had been repeatedly rebuilt since it first opened its doors right after the war, with new buildings added on as old ones fell into decay. Inefficient, if you ask me. Why not tear down the old structure first and build a new one in its place? Theoretically, there shouldn't have been anyone in this wing, but suddenly I heard music. A guitar. The sound was coming from what, judging by the plaque, was the old music room. Open the door a crack.
Oh,
None other than Kobayashi. She was the last person I expected to find here. She was doing a fine job playing, though, and the tune was nice, and the execution was equally good. Music, at least, was one area that I knew a thing or two about. Ellie herself seemed to be glowing with happiness, looking nothing like the prim princess I encountered in the principal's office this morning. Cool, though.
Hmm.
As lyrical digression was, I certainly couldn't let a chance like this slip by. Well, well, who do we have here? The guitar went abruptly silent. My applause was the only sound interrupting the silence that had descended on the place. Oju-sama, I didn't know you played the guitar, too. Many emotions flickered across her face. Embarrassment, surprise, annoyance, resentment.
you,
Please pay no attention to me. Carry on.
you, what are you doing here?
How are you doing today? Oh, why you got a sad face going?
Why sad? Don't be.
Oh, the beautiful siren song, but I could never imagine it would be you, Oju-sama.
Enough.
Ellie blurted out, stood up abruptly, and froze as if not knowing what to do next. I'm doing good. Val and I finished CopyCat, and now we're doing this story, which we're not totally sure if it's just a romance or if there's more to it. It's intriguing. We're having a good time.
Technically, it's like an RM dating game, but it has more of a mysteries kind of vibe in it,
Yeah,
other
that's a good
than
way
the
to put it.
classic dating game.
So we're having
Japanese.
fun for 3 hours. It's not truly a dating sim though, because there's been no dating aspect of it. It's more learning about this guy's life.
It's because you didn't see it, but there is.
But it's more than a
There
dating
are
sim.
all
Because I mean, we're trying to figure out his past, his parents being from Russia. This is done in the 80s when the Cold War is going on. So there's a lot more to it than you would expect so far. Oh my god, he expected her to be on the violin. Oh, she can do that. Oh, that's in.
I can play violin too.
She cut in. Really? Well, that's cool.
And why aren't you in class?
So, mystery, why I'm skipping? What about you?
I'm not skipping. We have a break.
All right. I smirked. You don't have to make excuses to me.
I'm not making excuse. You, on the other hand, should watch your behavior. What were you doing in the principal this morning?
Drop by for a cup of tea, in any case, none of your business. I like that. I was trying to be rude, but that's exactly how it came out.
Actually, it is my business in that has as my grandfather.
I'm aware. She gave me a surprised look. What? Is it a secret?
No, of course not.
Even so. Suddenly we heard voices in the hallway.
Right.
Ellie whispered anxiously. Why? You're on a break and I'm used to it. I said sardonically about in a lower voice. She didn't answer but was looking at me pleadingly. She must have had her reasons. So do we hide or do we not hide?
I
You want to hide?
yes.
We'll hide.
Because I see the scene. I know what scene is coming out now.
Alright, fine. Except I don't see anywhere we could hide here.
In there.
Ellie grabbed my hand and dragged me to a small door which I had missed initially. The door opened into a cramped utility closet. Wait, here? I hesitated. The closet was definitely not room enough for 2 people.
Get in already.
Next thing I knew, she shoved me inside and stepped in herself. Oh, that
See?
is tight.
No, it's not a game.
That is a tight one. Great, now we're packed in like sardines. And this place reeked. Yet perceptibly, the stench of dampness, moldiness, dust was a sweet aroma of Ellie's perfume. A killer combination, to say the least. Classroom door opened and several people entered.
I think I heard something. You must have misheard Kayama-sensei.
Principal's talking to one of the teachers.
I'm not hearing things. I may be getting on in years, but I'm still more than capable.
It's no clear
Heavens,
sense.
heavens.
Yeah. Didn't
Okay,
mean anything
yeah.
of the sort. I'll make it easier on you. Anyhow, this brainstorm
Okay,
place
thanks.
should have been torn down long ago. Now, okay, you can be the third voice now. Oh no, you're principal.
Dim's Ramscale place, as you called it.
The principal let out a sigh so long I could hear it clearly even from the closet.
I remember arriving here as a young teacher right after the war, trying in my rifle for a pointer, as you can say, shock talking the place of ammunition. Hey, what words?
Who would have guessed that our principal was so sentimental? Ellie suddenly fidgeted. Naturally, anyone would be uncomfortable hiding in a cramped closet with too little room even for one person. Was she uncomfortable with me in particular? Turned my gaze to Ellie. Of course she was uncomfortable. But I desperately didn't want to have to be lectured by the principal again because of the same some Uji-sama. Would you be quiet? I hissed. She turned red like a boiled lobster, her breathing becoming rapid and irregular. It really was an awkward situation, but it was for both of us and I was still trying to hang on. Just because Ellie played guitar didn't necessarily mean she had experienced the area of... Didn't finish the thought. The girl's scent hit my nose with new strength, making my head spin. But who was I to pass judgment on her experience? Yes, I dated Catherine, but got so used to her, whereas here was a completely different girl standing next to me. No, not next to me, pressed right against me. My heart started beating faster. I swallowed. I looked at me with a frightened look in her eyes. What do you want from me? I suddenly mouthed. She didn't respond, just kept fidgeting. Though her movements were now making the whole situation uncomfortable for me. I made a face that in my mind was supposed to mean quiet. She seemed to have understood. Meanwhile, the principal continued his oration. And after all that, you talk... Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, and after all that, you talk of these are cultural heritage. It should be made into a museum.
School museum.
Certainly, Kayama-sensei. But let go now. We have a meeting coming up. Yes, forgive me. I got a bit carried away.
The door closed behind him. Ellie came flying out of the closet. I stepped out after her. I had to say something. It was a bit tight in there. She looked at me dumbfounded.
Tight? You pervert! You grabbed me all over!
I touch you at all.
You grabbed me with your eyes then! You think I couldn't see it? Feel it?
Calm down already, will ya? How could you grab someone with your eyes? And anyway, it was your idea to hide in there.
Yes, but...
I found it.
Kevin! Hi, Kevin.
He was just rubbing my feet. That's all there is to it. Ellie's expression turned jury and she lowered a gaze.
I suppose it's unbefitting to a young lady to behave like this, isn't it?
She smiled sadly. Well, I'm not the best person to give advice on these matters, but for what it's worth, I don't think there's anything wrong with playing the guitar. You must enjoy music a lot, huh?
Yes.
This time her smile was more genuine. But I don't see a problem. Just then a distant bell announced it was break time.
Alright, I've gotta go. See you.
Her final parting smile was utterly disarming. I was left standing alone inside an empty music classroom of the empty old wing. What a strange girl. This whole music interlude made me entirely forget the reason I had wound up here in the first place. I've been looking for Catherine. I had absolutely no desire to get back to class where I could expect another scolding. Simply skipping was bad enough, but I've run out of the classroom right in front of the teacher? No, thank you. I managed
So he goes to how?
So he just leaves. I managed to slip out of the building unnoticed. Here I was, free as the wind, strolling down a sidewalk in one Tokyo Central district. I just wanted to chill out. This whole day had been a waste. The only thing I achieved was determining that Catherine had not written yesterday's note. The note. Unpleasant thoughts crept into my head. But if she didn't write it, who did? There's a Drumpa in chat. What if it wasn't a prank? Just what was going on? More had happened to me in the past day and a half over the course of the past year and a half. The entire time I hadn't really socialized with anyone except maybe Himitsu. I'll add that to Kaisuke and occasionally Michael. Now Catherine was back and there was Kagome and Ellie? What next? Was I going to turn into a magical girl? So if by chance I ended up near a familiar bar. A couple rounds of beer were an absolute must right now. I'd relax, clear my head. Wait, he can
A
go to
bit.
the bar?
You're
How old is this
trying.
kid? The inside wasn't crowded, which made sense for me this time of day. People are supposed to be at work or at school. Like in that joke about the 3-story building and the hurricane. Even though I wasn't a stranger, I always had a fake passport at the ready. Ah,
Ah.
so he is illegal. Okay. Classmate father worked in the law enforcement, hooked me up at one point. There were lots of students in our school who had these passes to adult life. How could you prove it wasn't real? A document's a document, especially when some insolent snot is shoving it in your face. Not to mention the bar's owner was Russian.
Ah, okay.
Chuckling, he usually told people that he used to be a... Hi, Kevin. Used to be a shipwrecked off the coast of Japan. Oh, that was Kevin again. That was a tall
I
tale. Of
see it.
course, most likely he was just a regular immigrant like my parents. Sit down at the counter and order a beer.
Hey, Kolya, what's up? You're early today. I know that seems like Scottish.
Yep, kind of worked out that way.
You aren't going to get in trouble at school, aren't you? You know how strict they are about these things here.
I giggled nervously.
Okay, I see none of my business.
A good bartender is invariably a good psychologist, practically a qualification for the job. Beer at this place served in pint-sized mugs and made me very happy.
Hi, Rob.
Squealing with pleasure to down a tiny glass in one gulp was just not my thing. Okay, Kevin's coming back. Kevin likes to be held like this. We don't know why. He just dangles.
But you know that I've
Hi,
seen so
baby.
many cats
Hi,
online
baby.
with the
Yeah.
owner say, "Oh, they like to be hanging out upside down."
He flips over all the time. That's the...
A flying upside down Kevin.
It took a long pull. Catherine's back. The bartender raised his eyebrows and asked with unfeigned surprise.
And what are you going to do now?
At times I wondered if showing empathy to customers is something more than just a professional skill for him. What can I do? She hasn't been over eager to talk, and neither have I. At any rate, I'm certainly not going to throw myself at her.
And why is she back?
Because of
So
her mother's
why?
work, probably. She couldn't have come by herself, right?
Most likely not.
So I'm in this weird spot now. You know what they say, life's like a zebra. A black stripe followed by a white stripe, then a black one again, then a white one again. They say that?
Yep, and then they
Then
ask.
Oh, I get it. Okay. We both laughed. You know
What? Kolya, don't get down.
I like that joke. White, then black, then white, and then you get the ass.
And then they ask.
I like that. He said encouragingly.
You still have your whole life ahead of you. The two of you will make up 100 times over, yeah. And if not, you find yourself another girl. Lot of them all over.
He knows that.
Yeah.
Bartender spread out his arms, inviting apprehensive look from a few schoolgirls nestled at the table in the furthest corner of the room. Thanks for the comforting words. There's so much else besides that anyway. Life is in full swing. And each swing hits you on... Oh, sorry.
And each swing hits you on the head.
Geez, did he keep a glossary of sayings under that counter? The bar door flew open and a group of young people entered. I immediately recognized among them the punks from the day before. I instinctively buried my face in the mug. Was I scared? So it seemed. They sat down at the table and ordered beer and cocktails for the girl.
You know them?
Bartender asked quietly, leaning in towards me. Wouldn't say I know them, but we've met. Gave an occasional sidelong glance. I wondered if I should get up and leave. Wouldn't that look cowardly, though? Then again, to who? They hadn't even noticed me. No sooner did I think that than one of the guys got up and walked to the counter. There's a rumble time. Are we ready?
Hey, I know you.
If you say so.
Oh, the music again.
Yep, I said as calmly as possible, without even sparing him a glance.
I don't think you know who you're dealing with, Gashin.
Dealing with anyone.
Sorry, I was sneezing. So, it wasn't you who punched my friend in the face yesterday?
If it was me, he deserved it.
Really? How about we step aside for a little chat?
I went to the bartender, but he only shrugged. Some empathy, damn it. Alright, let's step out. What else can I do?
Not step out?
There's a
Damn.
lot of them. Half a minute later, standing in the alley behind the bar. A couple older guys joined the school kids. Where do they even come from? So
Not
1,
so
2,
tough
3,
now, are
4.
you?
This is 5 against 1. Said the one I punched yesterday.
That teach him to set up for wars.
I
Deal.
looked Yeah, I looked at the girl. Compared to her, Kagami was Mother Teresa. Well, what next? Gonna beat me up 4 against 1? That's impressive. What happened to your code of honor? The Yakuza have one. Stared at the largest guy among them. You've definitely got the mugshot of a thug. The other guys clenched their teeth, their expressions hardening.
What did you say?
Let's get it over with already. Thought flashed through my mind. What if I struck first? That way at least I'd retain a smidgen of self-respect.
What happened?
Oh, I think he got knocked out. But I had no time to
Probably.
decide as a strong shove to the back threw me to the ground. That was low.
Ooh.
Their blows hit hard, but they didn't go on for long. I curled up into a ball, covering my head with my arms. It hurt.
That was fun. Look at that.
By the time I recovered my senses, the bastard had vanished without a trace. I got up slowly and felt myself all over. Nothing was broken, it seemed. My face was mostly intact as well, except for a black
Good.
eye. A black
That was
eye's gonna be
good.
hard to cover up. I turned the bar and
Yeah.
sat down in the same seat. I no longer felt like carrying a cordial conversation with the bartender. Although, what could he have done? Stand at my side and fight? Call the police? Nonsense.
Yeah. Hey, there is.
He pointed off to the side with his eyes.
Oh,
Oh, Catherine's here? I turned my head, sitting just a couple of meters away from me was Catherine. Well, hi, I guess. I said a little while later after waiting for her to start the conversation. Got a chance of that happening.
hi.
Catherine replied indifferently. Shifted to a closer seat while she ordered a cocktail for herself.
What's with the face?
Unserious. She wasn't buying it. I fell. Lavish
Peanut
is
butter.
here.
Peanut butter.
There's no peanut butter. In fact, I haven't eaten anything but a cookie today, but I plan on eating after stream. Whatever that is. Belle's my timekeeper. She's telling me.
Yeah, we have 14 minutes, 30 minutes left.
13 minutes left to stream? Wow, this flew.
Yeah, it
Well,
flew
good to see
a
you,
lot.
Lavish.
Face first into a concrete several times in a row.
Got lucky, but I'll get it next time.
Is that so?
Said Catherine apathetically. So, are you also skipping school? Okay, Lavish, this is not a competition, hon. You need to eat, just like I need to eat, okay?
I agree.
Go
You
eat
all
something
need to
and
eat.
hydrate. I had to start the conversation the most neutral way possible. Your turn, Val. Did I lose Val?
Also,
She looked to be askance. Well, it's nothing new to me.
I guess it isn't.
I heard you went to the principal.
Maybe I did. What of it?
The tone of her voice didn't change, but her eyes flashed. Katya, I don't want to start everything up again.
Then don't.
I'm not. Or was I? Just put yourself in my shoes. How would you be reacting? Wouldn't you be asking the same questions?
What questions?
Lavish, don't be a child. Go eat. Fine,
Yeah,
I understand
you
you're
need
here
to
because
eat,
your mother's
Lavish.
work, but this particular school? Why?
What? Am I getting in your way?
Catherine was sipping on her cocktail with an expression of absolute indifference. All signs of yesterday's emotional storm were gone. No, of course not. It's just when I think about how we parted back then.
That's all in the past. You don't really think that I should have chosen a different school or changed my life in a way just because of you, do you? Why should I do that? Simply to avoid running into you again?
Now
Well,
TJ's
someone
on
do.
Lavish's case, so this will be good. They're going to be arguing in chat. That's not what I was thinking. She was right, actually. I had no comeback. But she was right only if she really didn't feel anything toward me now. Everything pointed to that being the case, but I just couldn't believe. I didn't want to believe that she could be so cruel. So everything's all right?
Of course.
A lot of H's there, Lavish. Then we can remain friends? A barely perceptible smirk appeared on Catherine's face.
Do you want us to?
Why not? The past is the past. We have to move on, go on living.
So you sound like someone with PTSD. Damn.
That's when I started to get worked up. It's all in the past for me as well, if that's what you mean.
Is it? Good.
Turned away pretending to study the menu. Was I supposed to get up and leave? That would be it. I'd have to forget all about her for certain. Damn it. Was I really still hoping for something? Each time Catherine hurt me more and more, but like a mindless gnat, I kept slamming into the window, as if I was trying to prove something to someone. In the course of this year and a half, I became so accustomed to living with memories of her that now, when she was so close, I simply couldn't let go of her. These memories seemed like my only hope, the only thing holding me back from doing something foolish and fatal. Was I thinking of something specific? Unlikely. I was hoping naturally. I see you're not wasting any time. Catherine gave me a surprised look. Nothing was worse than indifference. Better if she got mad at me. Snatched the cocktail out of her hand, said snidely, "Getting an early start, are we?" As I raised the glass to my mouth, I heard Catherine's indifferent voice somewhere in the background.
It's non-alcoholic.
It really was. Sorry. I set the glass back down on the counter.
You, on the other hand, you kept your
Dad talks
habits
to a
as
child and calls me a child. What do you mean? Or I shoot over the empty beer mug, which I try to move away as far as possible. God damn it, bartender. It's been a rough day.
Yeah, how so?
Enjoy your breakfast, Lavish. Or is it lunch? Whatever, brunch.
Yeah, brunch.
Are you really interested?
Just keeping up with the conversation, or would you rather that I ignore you?
I signed and answered. I was called in the principal's office, yep, same as always, skipping school. Well, you know me. Then there was a also curious episode with a certain Ojo-sama.
Your new girlfriend?
Are you mocking me?
No, just keeping up with the conversation. I told you, if I'm disturbing you, I can leave.
Girlfriend. Nor have I ever. I added a whisper.
See? And how's Mitsu going?
She knows about Himitsu. Sir says you visit her and ask. I don't believe you had a falling out with her.
Maybe I will go see her.
Catherine responded vaguely and glanced at the entrance. Was she about to leave? Something stung on the inside. I wanted her to stay, even if she was going to mock me. Himitsu is fine. I don't even know what else to tell you. Same as always, basically.
Same as always, is she?
She drawled. Are you surprised that someone can actually treat me normally?
Of course not. I'm happy for Mitsu, and I'll definitely visit her if I get a chance. The chance. But now I need to go.
He's gotta put her in the past. She set the unfinished cocktail down on the counter and stood up. All right, see you to school. Catherine nodded and left the bar. Dang, bro, you took a beating. Oh my god. Sorry, I forgot that was yours. Don't even start. He did take a beating, too.
How about drink on the house? Yes.
No Lavish. Oh, left to eat. Why? You were gonna play music for him?
No,
No?
humans didn't invent agriculture. They were domesticated by wheat.
Okay. Did he want to make it up to me? No thanks. I think I've had enough for today. Off he goes. He's just gonna forget Catherine. Left the barn
Yeah, I think
stretch.
it has
As
to.
expected, the bruises ached. If the past couple days of my life resemble some dumb manga from Kazuki's collection, my encounters with Catherine felt more like a soap opera. A Vika's sticky, dark brew with a beginning but no end. How long was this gonna go on? As long as you let it, dude. Unless the year was gonna graduate, then what? My dad's savings weren't going to last long. I would need to get a job. Thoughts of higher education didn't cross my mind, but what skills did I possess? Did I want to toil intermittently day after day like the Japanese? Do you know there's even a special word in Japanese that means death from overwork? There is?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes, there is.
Questions. That's sad.
You can die from fatigue. It's a thing that happens a lot in Japan. Like they do 1 year of these kind of works, like put themselves on it, doing more than 12 hours a day of work, and then get 1 hour of skipping everything, just to get relax a bit and not die from exhaustion.
wandering aimlessly around the city for a number of hours, occasionally stepping into side stores or just window shopping. I was killing time, killing yet another day of my life. Poor guy. Oh, now we're back home.
Oh, I understand that.
It was completely dark by the time I arrived at my house. The lights were on inside. Immediately remembered yesterday's note, and a light shiver ran down my spine. Nah, that was ridiculous. An assassin waiting for a victim inside their house with the lights on? Still logical or not, someone's obviously inside. That's a human, so we know it is.
Mm-hmm.
Carefully opened the door and saw women's shoes in the hallway. Himitsu. Told you. Should have guessed right away.
Yeah.
Who else had any need of me? I said nonchalantly, entered the kitchen. Himitsu was sitting at the set table. She'd apparently been waiting for some time.
Nico-kun, where have you been? I was worried.
A moment ago, I might have been glad to see her. All that was out the window now. Not another interrogation.
Oh, what happened to you?
Jumped up from her chair when she noticed my black eye. Nothing serious. I ran into some robbers, made short work of him, but one got me in the eye. He's such a liar.
Stop talking nonsense.
It's not nonsense. You want to see the police report? She pouted but calmed down, having probably realized that I was fine.
I asked Kiyosuke-kun and said you weren't there for the last few classes.
Isn't what of it? I snapped back.
Nothing. It's just so much has happened lately that I was worried.
Why would you worry about me? Do you think I was going to go drown myself?
No, I
Don't
didn't.
beat her up. She cares. Nothing much has happened anyway. I was about to add, at least not to you, but stopped myself at the last second. After all, he must have done nothing wrong. Meanwhile, she was looking at me expectantly. I had to tell her something. I debated whether I should mention Catherine. It's not like it's a secret or anything, right? We didn't do anything objectionable, so maybe Himitsu didn't need to know about this. Oh, I've got ads starting in 4 minutes, which means we need to stop. Alright,
In
so
4 minutes. Technically. But
So
if you want to stop early, no problem.
Because I don't want to raid out during ads.
So we start to raid out now?
Okay. That would make it...
Oh.
That would... Okay. I don't know how to save this game either.
I think maybe...
Oh,
yeah.
save game, right there.
Like this.
I am a brilliant person. Okay.
Yay!
Because I don't want to go into a raid. Let's see. Who do we want to raid? Let's see if someone's doing...
There is Milano Mochi? Mirabun? Mirabun?
Oh, yeah, because we can either do art or my friend Katuki is in Pal World. But art is more chill.
Yeah. Oh, she's doing a pixel. Pixel with you
we talked about earlier that people wanted to see.
Yeah.
Okay. That actually works really well because we were actually talking about that.
Yeah, we were talking.
Okay.
We were saying that we
So-
wanted to learn. Then we go
Dragon
and
pops in to say good morning right when I'm picking a person to raid.
Hi, Dragon.
Sorry, Dragon. But Dragon's 3 hours behind me, so she's probably just waking up. But we're gonna read.
Good morning.
We're gonna read Melomochi because we were talking earlier about pixel art and stuff, so it's perfect.
Yeah.
I gotta go back into stream ending. I stream again on Monday. Monday is more Baldur's Gate 3 with a lovely toast crew. Yeah, 7 a.m. But good morning, Dragon. So if you're looking for more of me, that's where I'll be. I'm going to go peopling today, which is something I normally don't do. I'm going to my first cookie party, so that'll be interesting with pirates. So I'll tell you guys about that on Monday. Yeah, so thank you, Val, as always. And we'll be back, Val and I, with more of this story. Not next Saturday, but the Saturday after that, because it's every other Saturday at 9 a.m. Look for your glimmers and enjoy your day. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Go. Yay! Sorry for the loud